Hello, everybody, and welcome into Shop Social TV. I'm your host, Lou Caputo, and I'm going to be here with you for the next 2 hours. And we have got an amazing show for everybody tonight. You're going to see some products that you've seen before, but they're here by request. And that's the one thing we really do is we listen to what the customers want. We've had a tremendous response to several things that we showed you last week. Our Hopple bins, we've got the sports seam shirts and hats. We've got the Maxa lights. We've got the sunglasses sitting here in front of me, the Polaroid sunglasses, and we've got something brand spanking new, a laundry soda for you to use at home from a company called Nelly's. So it's going to be a jam-packed show. Now, if you've never seen us before, folks, we are kind of new to the market. We've been around for about a month and a half right now from when we first launched, and we've had a tremendous response. The one thing you're going to notice different about us is there's no phone number, okay? So you don't call in to place an order. You go to the website that you're going to see pop up in our item graphics, or we're going to put up a QR code, a quick response code that you can look at on your phone, and it's going to take you to a web page for that exact item that you want to purchase at that time. Okay, but let's get started, folks, and let's get into our very first item of the night. And here's the crazy thing. We've actually been selling these even before we went on the air tonight. People have already started ordering these off our website. These are the Polaroid high definition sunglasses, and because we're crazy people, we decided we were going to give you an even better deal than we showed you last week, okay? So the deal on these this week is you can buy a single pack of the sunglasses. You can buy a single pair of sunglasses for $24.99, or you can buy a 2-pack of these sunglasses for $44.99. Now, you get a choice when you go to the website and you decide whether you want the 1-pack or the 2-pack, okay? If you buy the single glasses, you can choose either a black pair, all black frame, or you can choose tortoiseshell. We offer both. But if you order the 2-pack, and by the way, you're going to save $5 by ordering that 2-pack. If you order the 2-pack, you can choose to get 2 of the black or 1 tortoiseshell and 1 black. So 2 of the black or 1 tortoiseshell and 1 of the black. Now, let me tell you about these glasses, though, and why these are such a crazy good deal. All right. These have features that ordinarily you would pay in excess of $100 for. Okay. These not only are polarized glasses, which is going to eliminate what you're seeing right here. It's what we call debilitating glare. It's going to get rid of that glare. So you're not going to be dealing with that while you're driving, while you're skiing, while you're on your boat, or while you're just walking around town. It's going to make colors look better. You're going to get better clarity. You're going to get better contrast. And on top of all of that, it's going to cut that glare, okay? So your eyes are going to be more comfortable, whether you're at the beach or at home or where, you know, your backyard, whatever you're doing. Now, the other thing that these do, though, is they protect your eyes. They don't just get rid of the glare. They protect your eyes because they also block out UVA and UVB light. Now, what's that? Ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B light. That's the stuff that when you're in your car and you look at your dashboard and you're like, you know, it's starting to dry out a little bit. Or you look at your seats and you're like, boy, those are really fading. It's the ultraviolet radiation that actually does that. Well, these glasses are going to block all of that from you. But there's another feature on these that's really cool. All right, so I'm going to pick up these guys right here and I'm going to place these on. Now, these are the tortoiseshell, and I want to show you a couple things. First of all, these are super comfortable to wear, all right? And what I mean by that is I have a massive head. I have a head of like a buffalo, all right? I wear a 7 5/8 inch hat, so it's a big, big hat. The corners on these, the eyepiece right here, these actually are spring-loaded, so these will flex when I put them on, so they're not pushing against the side of my head and hurting. Now, the other side of that coin, though, is my wife Kelly has a much smaller head. She can wear the exact same pair as me, and if she's looking around, looking down or whatever, they're not coming off her face. But there's another really cool little secret that these have, because we've talked about the UVA, we talked about the UVB, and we've talked about the polarization. Here's the other secret feature that these have. I'm just going to show you the outside of one of these pairs. There's magnets built into the frame itself. Now, why in the world would he do that? And you can see there's a magnet here, and then on the inside there's one as well. And it's on both sides of both of these arms, okay? The reason they do that is that when I fold these glasses up like this, as soon as those magnets get close, they grab, just like that. I'll do that again so you can see that. So there's opened, and as I push it, watch what happens. As I get close, they just grab, okay? Now, what that's going to do for you is this. When you're walking around, I don't know about you, but I've broken more than my fair share of sunglasses by carrying them in my shirt and bending over. The minute I do this right here, that's locked onto my shirt just like that, okay? That's not going to come off there unless I open that arm and pull it off. So if I bend over, how many times has that happened to you where your sunglasses, your expensive sunglasses, have fallen off your shirt and broken in the parking lot? Not going to happen with these. Or if you're somebody who likes to go out and fish and do all that fun stuff, You can literally take this and put it up a sleeve. So I'm going to put this up the sleeve of my shirt like this. And as soon as those arms, you hear it click? As soon as that clicked, that's not going anywhere. That's stuck to my shirt now. I don't have to worry about that. So if I'm working outside, if I'm moving around, if I'm fishing, whatever, if all of a sudden there's a cloud that passes over my, God, I don't need my sunglasses, I want to stow them, I can 100% do that on the side here. But let's talk about those other features on these, because again, the deal on these is amazing. Think about this. One of these with all these features, oh, by the way, I neglected to mention, you're getting a hard case for each pair of sunglasses. So if you buy the 2-pack, you're getting 2 hard cases and 2 cleaning cloths as well, okay, when you get these. But what you're looking at right here, that's what polarization does for you, all right? It restores colors. It makes them look brighter. That's why we call them HD, high definition glasses, because everything all of a sudden looks like you're in a high definition TV show, a high definition movie. You're seeing all those details, all those colors. Now, why is that a big deal? What's the big deal about that glare that's hitting your eyes? Well, when you look at how glare works, polarized light, okay? When light hits a reflective object at a certain angle, but then hits your eyes at 57 degrees, that's called Brewster's angles. Brewster's angle will cause glare. Now, there's some glare that's not too bad. It's, you know, it's not killing you, but then there's other glare we call debilitating glare. And that's the stuff where you can't read street signs. You can't see traffic lights. You can't see colors. You can't see details. You can't see anything. These glasses are going to take care of that. Now, I want to show you real quick exactly a little test on how this works. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to the monitor that's behind me. And if I hold the sunglasses like this, you can see through my sunglasses and you can see what's on the monitor, right? But if I change the orientation of the lenses, it blacked out. You see that? So there's the glasses right there. Notice how the image suddenly came back. But if I rotate it, bam, everything's blacked out. That's how you know that these are polarized, because what they're doing is there actually is glare coming off that monitor, okay? But it's at a specific angle, and that's what polarized glasses do, is they will block out light that's at that angle, that Brewster's angle I mentioned, that hits you in the eyes and causes that debilitating glare. So these have a tremendous amount of features in them. Me personally, we cut $5 off that 2-pack tonight because we realize some people just want to buy a single pair, but there's a lot of people out there that might be buying multiples for other people in their lives, and that's why we're like, you know what, guys? We're going to give you the best deal possible. By the way, did I neglect to mention the fact that everything is free shipping on our show tonight? So when you buy these glasses right now, you're going to pay that $44.99 for the 2-pack, free shipping. You're going to buy a single pair at $24.99, free shipping. All you got to do is decide, do you want the black frames or do you want the tortoiseshell? And you're saying to me, Lou, let's take a look and see what those black frames look like. All right, here you go. I'm going to put those on. And the other thing I like about these is the style of frame. It's a subtle wraparound. It's not like a really extreme wraparound, which, like, you know, when you get to my age, it's not something you can exactly pull off without looking a little weird, okay? These just give you that nice peripheral vision without the glare hitting you in the side of the eyes. The other thing is that the arms right here are also blocking that light in from the sides. Now, we only got about 2 minutes left on these, okay? And the deal on these glasses, probably only till the end of the show tonight. So if you're looking at these and you're thinking like, guys, at this price, remember what we said here. I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit so you can see everything you're getting. So when you buy these, you've got a choice. You can buy a single pair of glasses, okay? It's weird that we call them a pair even if it's one. Anyway, you can buy a single pair of glasses, and you've got a choice between the tortoiseshell or the black. But if you buy the 2-pack, then you can say you want the multi-pack, which is going to be tortoise and black, or you can buy 2 of the black. They're all going to come with these hard cases you see right here, and these are nice, durable hard cases here, specifically blown molded to match the glasses. So they're going to be really, really tight on those glasses. And then you're getting 2 of the cleaning cloths as well if you buy the 2-pack. Of course, if you buy the single pair of glasses, you're going to get just 1 of these hard cases and 1 of those cleaning cloths. But again, it's all free shipping and handling. And by the way, guys, it's super easy to order from here. Look down below here in front of me. That's our website. We call it a URL. That's where you're going to go to see the entire website. But then there's a QR code down there in that corner. Just take out your cell phone, point it at the screen, open the camera, point it at the screen, and as soon as you do that, you're going to see that a website's going to pop up. Press on that, the little website address that's going to pop up there. It's going to take you to the page for these glasses specifically. Every item you see tonight is going to have its own website, okay? So that's it for these right now. We're going to move on to our next item, and this is a brand new one that I don't think any of you have seen here on Shop Social TV, and we're pretty excited about this. This is an all-natural cleaning product that's coming up right now. It's from a company called Nellie's. It's a laundry soda. Different flavors. I'm kidding. There are no flavors. It's laundry soda that you use when you do your wash. There's a 4-pack, and you're going to get 50 loads out of this. And I'm going to just take you right to our brand ambassador, the lovely Kate Johnson. Hello,
Hi.
Kate. How are you? Now, you guys, they might remember you from last week with Earth Bright.
I like doing all natural products.
She loves doing all natural products. And this one is really impressive, folks. And wait till you see the demonstrations for this, because this is absolutely amazing.
So you said 50 loads in the bag.
Is it per bag?
It's per bag, right?
And that's why you're here.
So you get 200 loads.
Right.
And you know how long it'll take you to get through 200 loads?
Tell me.
Almost a full year if you're a family of 4.
Wow.
It's true.
Okay.
So a family of 4 normally goes through about 300 loads a year. Isn't
Right.
that crazy?
And is it $39.99 a bag or $39.99 for 4 bags?
It's the whole 4 bags.
Ba-bam.
All 4 of them.
$39.99 for 4 bags with free shipping.
What? You
Yes.
got free shipping in there?
Yes. I had to check. Yes.
Holy cow.
Free shipping tonight on the Nellie's. Show us what this is about, folks. Prepare to be amazed.
So this is Nellie's. It's a laundry soda, not a laundry detergent. It's all natural. It's got 5 simple ingredients. It starts with the sodium bicarbonate, and it's got coconut-based surfactants mixed in with it. Super simple, super easy, super small. This is what we're used to scooping up and putting in our laundry, right?
Yep.
This is full of chemicals. This is Nellie's there's no SLS, no SLES. It's phosphate-free, it's chlorine-free. There's no extra chemicals that you don't need in it. It's all natural. And honest to goodness, if I use Nellie's for a really long time, which I have, I can smell what detergent somebody else is using.
Oh, really? So that's funny.
Because you know when you get nose blind to
Yep,
something?
I do.
That's what happens whenever you're using the chemicals. So whenever you don't have the chemicals in your clothes, then you're not having that in your olfactory system. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to pretend like we're a washing machine. I had to turn that around there.
Okay.
So we're going to dump into the bowl of water, into the drink. One side is our leading detergent, what you might be used to. And we're just going to mix it up here. We've got our nice little hand mixer. We're going to give it a fair shake because you know what? Your washing machine is really going to go to town for about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And why is it green?
Yeah, why is it green?
That's a great question. I am not entirely sure.
Because nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's like they think that, you know, the more you put in it, the better it works. Well, not necessarily. They're a chemical manufacturer company. What you're going to see here is Nellie's that's going to wash your clothes, clean your clothes, and then rinse completely clear. And that's what you're going to see is the Nellie's difference. So we're going to let this settle.
Okay.
You can see here the before and after of our black jeans. These jeans have been washed and dried the traditional way. These jeans have been washed and dried the Nellie's way.
That is crazy. You know what's weird about this too? Is that not only is this black, like still black, this one's kind of gray now, but the other thing is the texture.
It's smooth.
Yeah, this one is perfectly smooth. This one looks like the fibers are starting to open up on that.
Sure, because it's got chemicals that are left behind in it. It abrades a little bit easier.
Right.
When it rinses completely clear, the black jeans that you bought that were meant to be black,
yes,
they stay black.
I like
Isn't that wild?
Yes, I love that.
If you have something, you know, if you have your towels, if you have dark clothes or white clothes, this is going to work on all your colors, all your intimates.
Crazy.
Because you don't want those chemicals sitting on your clothes whenever they're as close to your body. Whenever you get out of the shower, you don't want those chemicals on your body.
Right.
So what we're going to show you here while that settles, and you can already
It's already starting to clear out.
Already starting to clear out.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So whenever you wash and rinse, this is a onesies for the most delicate skin, right?
Right.
And what you're going to see here is after a wash cycle and a rinse cycle, what's left over on the traditional side. It's wild that this water is going to go opaque. Can you see it? It's a little bit there. So
no, I see it.
Right? So this is what's left behind. You can see the difference between the Nellie side and the traditional side.
Yeah, if you look at these two right here, and I'll put my hand behind this, so you'll see right here that this is the Nellie side, and you can see how clear that is. You can see my hand, but look what happens when I put it back there. How murky that is. So here's this side, perfectly clear, and look how murky this side is from the and that was supposed to have been rinsed already.
It was rinsed already. Yes. So if you're having to do an extra rinse cycle, you're saving money by using Nellie's.
Sure.
You're saving time, you're saving energy, you're saving your back because you're not lugging all of those big
I'm a big
loads.
fan.
Right. So if you see back over here, look at the difference between Nellie's is completely crystal clear.
Yeah.
And this is what you're putting in your washing machine. Your washing machine doesn't want this sludge. You know, this is whenever they get to sell you an extra. Can we see that a little bit? Oh, there's like sludge.
Oh, you're trying to see the bottom. That's what we're trying to look at is the bottom.
I was trying not to tip it onto myself as well.
I was going to say, don't turn it over, because that would be bad.
But that sludge, that gunk.
No, I can actually see that. Yeah, it's settling on the bottom there. It's nasty. Actually, you can see it perfectly right there. See it?
Yeah, and that's what gets stuck in your washing machine in the rubber pieces.
Oh, yeah.
And then they sell you an extra thing to clean your
washing
machine.
out. Right. Right.
You don't need that.
So
if you have
chemicals to clear up chemicals. Okay,
right.
that makes perfectly good sense to me.
Let's sell you something else.
And folks, you're getting 4 bags of this for $39.99. Each and every bag will do 50 loads. Okay, for a family of 4. So we're talking about 200 loads a year for just $39.99. Just think for a second about what you're spending right now on your laundry detergent. Okay, this is the better deal. Use that URL, shopsstv.com, or use that QR code even faster to get to the head of the line.
Isn't that wild?
It is wild.
So this is your bag. You're getting 4 of these bags. They're only a pound or 2 a piece, and they're going to be really easy. So if you don't want to lug the big boxes, if you don't want to lug the big tubs of anything, and if you use the liquid, you're buying water.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, you know what? And that's what's always blowing my mind is that people are paying shipping for water. Water's free. We already got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is what they mix into the water whenever you get it. So
exactly.
Right. So can I show you the difference here?
Yeah.
We're going to do the laundry scales of justice.
Ooh.
We've got another leading laundry detergent, and we're going to even Steven. I've just got a bowl back here with it on it, and then I'm going to pop it into one side here. It even spill a little bit there. And what we're showing you here is that scoop for scoop, dollar for dollar, Nellie's is more concentrated, more cleaning power.
Wait a minute.
It's denser than any other laundry detergent that you're going to be getting.
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Because I want to make sure I understand what's going on here. So this one you actually had kind of crested a little bit with the laundry detergent. The Nellie's was perfectly flat across the top of that little tiny scoop, and it's still heavier?
It's so heavy because it's concentrated
That's
cleaning.
Kind of nutty.
It's not there's no fillers, there's no SPF.
Okay.
It's gluten-free, it's phosphate-free, it's chlorine-free. All of the stuff that might be making your skin a little bit irritated.
Sure.
Nellie's doesn't have that.
Wow.
I know.
So there's somebody that you and I both know who is sensitive to scents.
Oh, yes.
And they
I
have
saw her
to,
just a couple days
did
ago.
You see her?
Yes.
So she has to have like she walks into a room, and if somebody's wearing a perfume or cologne that's strong, she just turns around and walks right out.
Yeah.
So like laundry detergents, I know that's one of her pet peeves because she's told me this.
Yeah.
And this is exactly the kind of thing that she would not only just be able to live with, but would be happy with the results of the cleaning. Because sometimes I think people think that unless it smells really strong or it's got,
Right. We don't need more chemicals
that it's not going to make things clean, but it's actually the opposite.
Look at this here. This is
this comparison to me is the nuttiest thing because and actually that's a beautiful shot. The cameras are doing a great job of showing that right here. Look at how gray this one and faded this one is. And these are bought at the same time.
Bought, washed,
same number of times, bought at the same time.
Yep.
This one traditional detergent. Look at it. It's fading and the black is leaving. This one looks brand spanking new.
And
that's amazing.
If you want gray jeans, go ahead and buy gray jeans.
Just go buy them. Just buy them.
If you want to keep your black jeans black,
right.
There you go.
Right.
I'll step back here. This purple in my skirt, this skirt's probably 20 years old. I'm not kidding. I've been washing it the whole time with Nellie's.
Yeah.
The color is still there. It's the best thing that I've ever done for my closet because I don't have to go through and buy more stuff because my clothes end up looking like that.
By the way, might I just mention, while we're looking at the shots of your clothes and everything, this wonderful shirt that she has on, this is coming up in just a little bit. In the next hour, this is from our Sports Seams collection of hats, shirts, and bags representing all the sports. And obviously, Kate is football tonight.
I am football.
She is football. Okay.
It's so comfortable, and it's so soft.
And the V-neck is perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry if I hit my mic there.
That's all right. We're casual here.
Nellie's, whenever you're getting it home, like you're getting the 4-pack of the very small, very compact, 50 load, you're putting this on top of your washing machine and forgetting about it until you need to open the next one. This is all you're dealing with per time.
It's not a giant box.
Right. This is 100 loads of regular detergent.
Wow.
This is 100 loads of Nellies. That's
Okay.
the difference that you're putting in your storage. You know, if your laundry room's a little bit smaller,
Right.
or you just don't want to lug those, you don't want to get the big buckets, the big boxes. You're going to be cleaning all of your sensitive stuff as well as your.
Now, what are those, baby clothes?
It's baby clothes.
Aw.
Aren't they super cute? And you know what? It's funny because when I became a mom, I started caring about what was
Yeah.
going into our systems.
You never cared before.
I didn't, and I really should have. I really should have cared about what was going into my system and not just, you know, my child's.
Yeah, sure.
He's 4 now. He has all the messes, but I will tell you, we did cloth diapers.
Yes.
And it was amazing for the cloth diapers. He had such sensitive skin. We couldn't use store-bought diapers, but we could
Wow.
we could use diapers that we washed in Nellies.
Oh, see, that's awesome. That's great. And if you think about just, you know, if you're one of those people out there that's got it's like dollars and cents for you, look at the price on this. $39.99 for 4 bags. That's not for 1 bag. That's all 4. Each bag you're looking at does 50 loads per bag. That's 200 loads of laundry. And as Kate said, for an average family, that could take a family of 4
Yeah, family
up
of
to
4.
a year to get through that, okay? And you're getting free shipping. And you said these weigh like a pound a piece?
Yeah, I think
So-
it's like it's under 2 pounds.
4 pounds free shipping. By the way,
Right.
is this cruelty free?
It is cruelty-free. It's
It is
Leaping Bunny
cruelty-free, too.
Leaping Bunny certified. We've actually gone
Oh.
through the whole process. Leaping
Awesome.
Bunny certified. Yeah.
Loving it?
And just so you know, it's only a scoop. Here, let me see. Here's the scoop.
Yeah.
It's only 1 little scoop, and this is going to clean your whole load. You're not going to believe it. Try it out. It's going to be amazing. If you start washing your towels in it,
Yeah.
your towels are going to feel better. They're going to absorb more because the chemicals that you're putting on your towels, especially if you use what do you put in the dryer? The dryer
sheets? Yeah.
If you use those, they're going to coat it with an oil. What you want is to not have any of that, and that brings your towels back to life, and you clear it out with the Nellies. This right here
Okay,
is
look at the
washing
difference
it
now.
completely clear.
Look at that.
Isn't that wild?
This is the exact same jar with the Nellies in it, the same amount, 1 scoop of Nellies versus 1 scoop that you would be using of the regular laundry detergent. And look how funky that still is. Still that green color right there.
Yeah.
And look at this.
And
That's
we
like pure water.
a hand mixer on both of these, and this is a very strong hand mixer.
Yeah.
So this should have dissolved, but this is what you're putting out into the environment. This is what's washing down the drain. This is what's going into your washing machine.
Yeah.
And that washing machine funky smell that
Yeah. After a while.
That's because it's leaving behind all of these the surfactants, all of this stuff that ends up being sticky. Whenever you use Nellies, it's going to be rinsed completely clear of your laundry. It's going to clean your clothes. It's going to do the job, but then it's going to leave your washing machine feeling better.
Yes. And then, you know what, guys, at the end of the day, too, that's one of those things where you don't think about it until you got to buy a new one.
Yes.
You know, with your washing machine. So if you could do even a little thing to extend the life of a big appliance like that, it's totally worth doing. Again, and the price on this, $39.99. Think about that, 200 loads of laundry for that price. That is absolutely crazy. With all the other benefits here, the non-toxic, the cruelty-free. I mean, you've got all these things. No scent on these. I mean, it's amazing. So there's something down here that's been catching my eye.
What's that?
And it's the towels down
Let's go
here.
look at 'em.
Let's go. We're going to go down here to the towels because the towels that are down here, I want everybody to take a look at these. I mean, what's happening here? Why are these gray and flat?
Well, because this is what we've all experienced. This has been washed and dried in the traditional way, just like we've been seeing.
That's what I'm used to.
Right. But then if you want those spa-like towels, if you want towels that are actually going to absorb whenever you're using them, instead of just pushing the water around, we've all had that towel. We've all had that experience. If you want to bring your towels back to life, or if you get new towels and you want to keep them new and fresh, use the Nellies. You're just going to be so happy when you use it.
Well, let me ask you this question, though, pertaining to the towels specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. With these towels that are sitting here, they're the same towels.
Yes.
They've been washed the same number of times.
Yes.
The only difference is that these were traditional detergent and these were Nellies.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes the difference even more dramatic on these for me, is the fact that that same number of washing, same everything.
Yeah.
Just this is what happens when you wash in traditional detergents and the Nellies. You know, and that's the other thing too. We're talking about how it's going to lengthen the life of your washing machine.
Yeah.
But also your clothes. your
Yes.
towels, your sheets.
You're saving so
everything.
much money.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you wash your sheets in something that's chemically, then you're sleeping in something that's chemically. You know, your skin's the largest organ of your body, and it
Yep.
absorbs everything. So if you want something that's going to be natural and friendly, and
Yep.
yeah, it's
This is what you want.
chlorine-free, phosphate-free, it's gluten-safe, it's allergy-friendly, all the things.
By the way, I just want to let everybody at home know that coming up at 9 o'clock, at the top of 9 o'clock tonight, we're going to have the Silken Vacuum Petty. If you guys didn't catch
Ooh.
this last week, it's an electrical callus remover, but has a built-in vacuum. So any little
That's so neat. I
stuff
need
that comes off your feet, it's
Oh.
going to get vacuumed up in there. It just, wait till you see it, though. It's going to blow your mind. That's going to be with Angie Lee, and that's
Oh.
going to be in about 35 minutes.
Awesome.
Yep. Go on.
Well, I didn't know if we were wrapping.
No, we're not wrapping.
Well, this is exciting because I like showing you this stuff. So
Show.
this is the bag. This is the bag. It's very small, but it's mighty, and that's what we've
Yeah.
been showing you here over the last few minutes. This is under 2 pounds. It's 1 scoop.
You're getting 4 bags.
And you get a scoop in each bag. I think that's kind of cool. It's a Nelly scoop, so it's beautiful. It's all you're gonna need. Some people, I know it's a tablespoon,
It's Nelly size.
right?
No, because you only need a little tiny bit with these.
You do. And if you really feel like it, you could use a second scoop, but you don't have to.
Right.
Trust the process, do a few loads, make sure that it's doing what you want it to do, because you're gonna feel the difference. And even my dad likes to say that his old grease stains on his shirts
Yeah.
come out
Oh,
after
wow.
a few loads of laundry
That's
with
my
Nelly's.
that's my issue is grease. Because Kelly will tell you, she calls me Pigpen,
Oh.
my wife. Because anytime I go out to eat, the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I got something on my shirt, and she's like, really shocking. But it's almost always something greasy that I've been eating.
And you guys use Nelly's too, right?
And we do use Nelly's too.
Yeah.
I was just going to tell everybody that. So we do use Nelly's too. I love this demonstration though, because when you look at these 2 baby onesies right here, this one was washed in Nelly's, and we're just kind of rinsing out in a little bit of water. They've already been rinsed. They've already been through a full wash cycle and a rinse cycle. But the difference in the water, look at this, how clear the Nelly's one is, and how, wow, foggy this one is. That's the amazing thing for me.
And that's just left over in one little onesie. It's
Yeah.
really not a big t-shirt. It's not something that, I would be wearing, but that little bitty piece of fabric has
Yeah.
carried that much detergent over.
Well, and the weird thing is I know a lot of people out there, they look at all natural products, they look at products that are cruelty-free and all these different things, and they're like going, that's not going to work as good as my chemicals. And I'm going to tell you something right now. This right here, the scales of justice for the detergents, when you look at this here, it's the exact same amount of Nelly's and the regular detergent that we've got sitting in this scale. But the difference is that the Nelly's is so much more dense that it's just way in that scale. Because that's the same, actually, that's a little bit more of the regular detergent. But there's a lot of fluff in that. There's a lot of
There's fluff, there's fillers, there's extra stuff, so that they can sell you a bigger box
Yeah.
and give you less cleaning. And
Right.
that's why you always end up putting a little bit extra and a little bit more, and then you're buying more.
Right.
But then you're not just buying the detergent, you're also buying the washing machine cleaner
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, you're buying the what are the little things that you shake into the tub to make it smell better?
Oh, to get rid of the odor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need that
All
if
of
you
that.
don't if you rinse it completely clear.
Well, and then the other thing too is, when you're talking about how it's more dense, you actually use a lot less Nelly's, which is why it lasts so much longer. These 2 tubes right here are filled with 100 loads worth of regular detergent, and this guy right here, that's 100 loads of Nelly's right there.
Yeah.
Look at the difference. These 200 loads, this one, just that much, 100 loads.
And this is all you're using, this one little tablespoon, and this is all you're going to be storing. So you
Right.
get 4 of these bags for how much?
$39.99 with free shipping and handling.
Man, that's a great deal.
Isn't that a great deal?
It's a great deal. So 200 loads is going to get you about almost a full year if you're a
Yeah.
family of 4.
Right.
Some people use a little bit more laundry, some people use a little bit less. Honestly, I am a mom that uses cloth diapers, and I will tell you that is the hardest stains to get out.
Yep.
Truly, Nelly's is what got us through our cloth diaper journey.
Right.
This is what you're seeing here is completely rinsing clear. So what we did, we took a big scoop of your leading detergent, and we took a full scoop of Nelly's.
little Nelly scoop.
That's all you could do for a full load of laundry.
Look at that difference.
We took a mixer that was a very powerful mixer, put it to work, and look at the difference. This is what was left behind in the gunky.
Tip it the other way because you can actually see that
Oh my
the
goodness,
gunk
yeah.
actually moves toward the camera. See that? All this is
Oh, there it
residue
is.
that fell out of solution just from sitting here. But it still hasn't dissolved. That's the crazy thing. And look at the Nellie's one.
Yep.
Totally dissolved. The water is clear. You can see my hand behind it. That's amazing. Okay, we're just
Why is it
about
green?
out of time here. Yeah. $39.99. Remember, folks, you're getting the 4 bags. Not 1 bag. You're getting 4 bags of Nellie's when you buy this right now. It's 50 loads per bag. And remember, use that URL, the QR code. And speaking of the QR code, watch this video real quick. It's going to show you exactly how to order from us here at Shop Social TV. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks. Enjoy your Nellies.
We're glad you're here shopping with friends. Now's your chance to buy today's featured deals and much more. To start your order, just open the camera on your cell phone, point it at the QR code on the screen, and open the link that pops up. You'll be taken to shopsocialtv.com, where you'll find today's deals plus other exciting products. While you're visiting shopsocialtv.com, be sure to explore the whole website and see everything we have to offer. Connect with hosts and view our upcoming schedule. Subscribe to our email newsletter so you never miss a show. Click on the QR code and start shopping with friends today. Okay, folks, welcome back into Shop Social TV. That was an awesome presentation with the Nellies we had just a moment ago. And that's great stuff, too, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now that you should really take advantage of that deal. But we're going to move on to something that is actually a customer request. And by the way, before I do that, I just want to say hi to a couple folks. I'm going through the chat here. And, you know, part of what makes us different here is that our name, Shop Social TV, we want everybody to join us. We're simulcasting. We're on DirecTV. We're on Dish. We're on Uverse. But we're also simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube TV. So if you go on Facebook and you get into the chat there, you can ask questions. You can talk amongst yourselves. I can see our friend Judy's in there saying hi to Kelly and me. Our friend Anita's in here. Andrew's in there, who's going to be coming up in just a little while with that amazing device for your feet. But what we're going to sell right now is we're going to look at some Maxa lights. Now, these lights, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Lou, we saw those last week. Here's the crazy thing. We got off the air with these last week, and the response was absolutely amazing. We had so many people buying after we went off the air, okay? So we wanted to give everybody another opportunity, another chance to pick up on these. So what you're buying right now is a 2-pack of these Maxa lights. Now, what makes these different is the fact that they're real glass, okay? This is not plastic around here. This is real glass, and it's what they call wave glass, which means it's got ripples in it, okay? So when the lights go out, you're going to see when this lights up, you get these beautiful little ripples in the glass. They give you a beautiful pattern on the table in front of us. So these are going to be $49.95 for a pair of these. These do come with free shipping, and they're made to go on a fence post or on a mailbox, or you could put them on your railing, on your deck, you know, wherever you want to. There's a great example right there on your traditional mailbox, the way we've got that lit up on here. So take a look at that. You can see how beautiful that is. But like with all things lighting, and especially solar lights like these, I want you to see how beautiful these look when the lights are down, okay? So here we go. I'm going to bring the lights off in the studio, and you're going to see, watch this. Look at how gorgeous these look, and look at the patterns that these throw. Like you could see right here on our table, these throw an amazing pattern, not just on the table, but on me. You can see that hitting me as well. I mean, these really look spectacular. And you're going to get a choice. And when you go to the website, and by the way, like that video showed you a moment ago, the easiest, quickest way to get into the website and to buy product from us is to go to that QR code that's in the bottom corner here of the right-hand side of your screen. Just open up your phone, open the camera app, and then point it at the screen. It's going to give you that URL to go to. But these lights, as you can see, throw off a tremendous amount of light. It's not like the olden days when you would see a light like this and you could tell instantly, oh yeah, that's a solar light. Nowadays, the LEDs are so good in these that they look like they are wired lighting, which is amazing. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting about these. I'm going to walk over to the one that's right here, actually the one that Kelly has on camera right now, just to show you how great this looks on this post sitting right here. Look at the amount of light that's coming off of this. Imagine somebody driving down your street and not knowing exactly where your house is, but seeing this sitting there on top of your mailbox. You just tell them, yeah, mine's the mailbox with the light on it. Do you have any idea how much it costs to actually get a mailbox and have it wired to have a light? I mean, it's just cost prohibitive. However, you can absolutely afford to do it when you're using the Maxa lights. Now, I'm going to come back over here. And in fact, yeah, let's show that video real quick here just so everybody can see this. How beautiful these are and how easy these are to install. Now, I want you to think outside the box, too, with these. And what I mean by that is they are made to go on a fence post. However, doesn't mean you can't set them on a table as a centerpiece. Doesn't mean you can't use them flat on their bottom on maybe you've got a set of stairs outside. And these are solar lights, so there is no wiring, there's no hiring. There's electricians to come out there. You do have a choice of colors as well. So I'm going to start down here. I can start here. So you've got the wood one sitting right here, okay? We got beautiful white, and you're going to get a set of two. I just have one sitting here right now, but you're going to get beautiful white. We've got a really pretty wood look, and I'm going to tell you right now, the wood look is the most limited quantity. So if you want the wood look, you need to be getting on that right now. Then we've got black right here. This looks like a wrought iron. Don't mind this guy. This guy we're going to talk about in a minute. This is the beautiful black that looks like that wrought iron. And then on the very, very end, we've got a beautiful, almost like a bronzy brown that's down here as well. And that is another nice choice. And it really comes down to your personal preference. Like, for instance, you know, you saw in our mailbox, we've got white on there because the mailbox is made out of PVC post, okay? The white looks amazing. And in fact, while we've got that shot, I want to show you something very interesting about these lights too, because they come with an adapter for wood or for PVC. So what I mean by that is this. If you look at the way this is mounted on here right now, okay, I'm going to take the light off. Now, that's the actual light itself right there. And you can see that it has a certain size base. And it's actually 3 inches by 3 inches. That's made to fit on a wood post. But what if you're not putting it on wood? What if you're putting it on a PVC like this? We give you an adapter that fits on the PVC. And this one is actually 4 by 4. So this will fit on the PVC pipe. And you can see that it's actually got screw holes in it right here to mount it to that PVC post that's on there. And we do give you the mounting hardware as well. And then when you put the light on top, it just slides right on. And it looks very finished. It looks very complete. And there's more screw holes on that to actually go through that and hold that in place. But at the end of the day, it looks like a beautiful finished piece when you get this home. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous the way that this looks when you see this mounted to a fence or to a mailbox or anything else. And the choice of colors is amazing. I'm going to turn the lights off again just because I feel like that's the best way to see what these look like. Because the light that comes off of these, for my money, is absolutely amazing. I feel like these do just an incredible job. And it is 2 of them that you're getting when you buy these for $49.95. These are real glass, and that's why you're getting that amazing pattern that just gets thrown all over the place. Because again, plastic's not going to do that. There's something, it doesn't have the same refractive nature that you get from glass when you're using plastic. So that's the big difference there. And I'm just going to mount this guy. This one's actually sitting on the adapter, so you can see it does raise it up just a tiny little bit right there. But again, don't feel like you can't put this on a staircase, or maybe you've got a little retaining wall and you want to just sit it on top of that. You could do that too. It doesn't have to go on a post. Yes, that's what it's built to do, but you know what? At the end of the day, you don't have to do that. They throw off a beautiful light pattern, and then you've got so many choices. You know, a lot of people were going for the wood on these. We're running out of those, so if you are thinking about, oh gosh, I want the wood look, yeah, you should get on those. The beautiful bronzy brown, you've got the black, and then we've got the wood tone here, and then the beautiful white that's sitting on the end of this, okay? And again, it's $49.95 for a set of 2. It is free shipping, guys, and we do have a 30-back money guarantee on everything that we're selling here at Shop Social TV, and you do get free shipping as well. Use that QR code, though. I can't emphasize that enough, because if you do, it's going to take you to the item page for this specific item, and then it's simple. You just make your choice. How many sets do you want? And then pick your colors, the black, the white, the bronze, or that wood look. You've got all of that right there. I just think that this just adds that certain pizzazz to this thing. It just looks much more finished to me. It looks a lot more elegant. And you get that curb appeal even at night. And that's kind of a big thing, because a lot of us spend so much time during the day working on our yards and trying to make the front of our house look really wonderful. This is a great way to be able to do that, but at the same time, have that look transfer into the evening as well. And because these are solar, basically they sit there all day long gathering the sun's energy. And then at night, they stay on. They turn on at dusk. They go off at dawn. Makes it really, really simple. And by the way, in just 5 minutes, we're going to be moving on to our next item, which is the Hopple storage bins tonight. Big request for this one. A lot of people bought the 4-pack. We didn't even show it last week. So tonight we're going to show you that 4-pack and give people a chance to see that one, okay? But as you look at this right here, you could see very, very clearly that these are high, high quality. Again, glass lenses on these. If I show you the solar panel on top of these, it's absolutely massive, the size of that solar panel that's on here. And here's the thing. Every year, technology, especially solar technology, is advancing, okay? These things sat outside here for like what, Lee, like 2 hours earlier? Yeah, because we had left them on for like the whole weekend. They just sat on all weekend long in our studio. So today we came in and we said, oh gosh, we got to do a show tonight. We got to charge. We only remembered a few hours before it got dark. We threw them outside and you can see how bright these are. I mean, even in front of our studio lights, if I cover the light sensor on top of these, look at that. Clearly, you could see that these are kicking out a lot of light. And I've got 8 lights in here pointing at me right now, behind our cameras. And my gosh, that just puts out a tremendous amount of light. So you're getting a quality product, but you're getting it for less here. At that's price at $49.95 to get 2 of these is a great deal. But the free shipping really is what pushes that over the edge for me. I think that is just the clincher for the whole thing. And again, you know, guys, we take all the major credit cards. You get the 30-back money back guarantee. Easy for me to say. Go to our website. And you could look at everything that we've got. As a matter of fact, we just keep adding items every day after day after day to the website. So there's more stuff there all the time. And I encourage you to go there and really take a look at everything that's out there on that website, because it is really amazing, the different things that are out there right now. And I'm just kind of looking at, yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm looking to see who else is in the chat right now, who else is talking. And by the way, if you're just joining us, we are Shop Social TV. I can't say it too fast. Shop Social TV. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on TV. We're on Direct. We're on Dish. We're on Uverse. 30-day money-back guarantee. We take all those major credit cards. Okay. So $49.95 on these. How much time left on this? All right, we got about another couple of minutes. I'm going to bring the lights down one more time just so everybody could see what these look like. Because really, you know, when you're talking about solar lights, that's the money right there, is what they look like at night. When you see that light, when people are coming up to your house, you know. Now, if this one doesn't look like it's terribly bright, it's because it's getting the light off of this guy, and the light sensor senses that, so it doesn't really light up as bright as it should. Because they're close to each other. But man, when you look at this, look at the patterns. That, for me, that's the big money right there, too, is the different patterns that these lights throw off when you put them out there. So, and again, you've got your choice. You've got the brown, you've got the black, you've got the wood tone. Again, that's the most limited, and then you got the beautiful white. A lot of people out there with PVC fences tend to go for the white, and I totally get that, because you want them to look like they're part of it, like they kind of blend in. But if you've got a wood fence, this is great to put the wooden look ones on there. But again, if you're interested in the wood, we had a bunch of people. It was so weird. At the end of the show last week, we went off the air, and as I got home, we started getting all these orders. And it's because people were going in and checking the quantities, and they could see that we were running low. It said low on the wood. We got a couple more in. We don't have a lot, but at $49.95 with free shipping, that is a spectacular deal. So we encourage everybody, if you get the chance, jump in on this right now. You know, now, as I mentioned earlier, we've got some really, really awesome stuff coming up in the next hour on our show. I've got one more item to do in this hour, and then we're going to be moving on to that amazing item from Silken with Angie Lee. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up right now. We're going to move on from this. Congratulations to everybody who got in on this deal. Remember, if you're thinking about that wood one, you got to jump in on that right away. But here's what's going to be coming up in just a little while. I'll be back with Hopple in just a minute. All right, take a look at this right here, and you can see that this is what's coming up. This is actually something that's kind of amazing, simply because when you use this on your feet, it's not only going to be getting rid of the calluses on your feet, it's also going to be vacuuming up all the debris that's coming off of them. And I think that that's kind of cool, because there's no mess, there's no fuss. You get 3 different heads that mount on this of different grit that are going to be able to give you a really beautiful, really smooth finish on your feet. But it's not just for feet, it's for elbows or any place where you get that rough skin. And I got to tell you, this was another item last week. We not only had people picking up on this the night of the show, the next morning people were going in and they were buying these as well, just because the price on this is amazing, and it is right. Okay, so welcome back. Let's talk about the next item coming up here. These are the Hopple storage bins, okay? And this is like the kind of item that we've had on the air now. We've been on it for about a month and a half. It's been on maybe 3 or 4 times with us. And the reason for that is customer demand. People love these. They keep asking questions. We're doing something a little different today. And what we're doing is we're going to be offering you a 4-pack of the Hopples you see here. And I'm just going to turn these around because that's the side view, believe it or not. I'm going to turn it around so you can see the front on those and the front on these. When you buy these tonight, okay, you're going to receive 2 in the medium size and you're going to receive 2 in the large size. Now, what's interesting about the medium and the large is they actually have the same footprint, so they can stack exactly on top of each other. And by the way, each one of these will hold 55 pounds of weight. So you don't have to worry that you're putting something on top of this that's going to crush it. It will hold up to 55 pounds of weight. And that's exactly what you're seeing right there. That's one of the other Hopple samples that we have. That's actually the smallest one that we make. And that's got a full water bottle on there. If you've ever had to change one of those out, you know how heavy that is. And there's nothing holding that up except just the form itself, okay? So let me show you what these are all about here. I think you're going to be kind of amazed by these, okay? So what I'm going to do is, first off, let me just take these off, and I'm going to show you one of the medium-sized ones that we've got right here, okay? Because I want you to see all the cool features on this. First of all, these are a great size, okay? The mediums on these are 19.7 inches by 15.7 inches, and these are 9 inches deep, okay? That's the medium size. The large size, which is the ones that are sitting over here next to me, these guys are the same footprint, 19.7 by 15.7, but they're 13 inches high. So the large are going to be the bigger ones on the set here. Here's what makes these different, though. These are in the denim color, but they're not real denim. This is a very, very thick denier nylon that these are made out of, okay? So you're going to feel this and think like, my gosh, my luggage feels exactly like this. And that's because these are very rugged. These are very, very tough. There are 3 different ways you can get into these. There's a window on the front right here, and it has these industrial zippers on here. When I say industrial zippers, they have been tested thousands of times to be able to open and close. So that's just one feature of these, is that you've got those industrial zippers on there, okay? All the leather you see on here is vegan leather. So even the pull tabs, that little Hopple logo, this is all vegan leather. The plastic that's on the windows here is non-yellowing, and it's thick. So this is not going to turn yellow and make it hard for you to see. Oh, you want to get in through the top? There's also an opening on the top of this as well, and it's a big old opening that you've got on the top of this. And while we're at that angle, you can see the steel frame inside of this, okay? See that right there? Because these fold flat. So I could pull that frame out and fold this flat, and you've got that on the sides as well, and these are big, thick pieces of metal on that frame. There's a little bag right here, and that's for a sachet if you want to put a sachet in here, or you want to put some cedar chips or just something to make your clothes or whatever you're storing in here smell better. You could absolutely do that, but we're still not done. On the side of this over here, there's another opening. So if you want to stack them sideways and not have them head on to you, you've got another opening with a window. So you can look through here, you can see what's in there, but you can also access everything as well. But we're still not done. On the side over here, there's a place to put a label, so you'll know what's in here. Let's say that for some reason you want to, you can't really see everything that's in there, but you want to put here your baby's clothes or whatever. You could do that there. And then the last thing is this right here, the handles on this. They've really thought of everything here. These handles, if you pull on this, they are hook and loop fasteners attached to the sides. Most of the time, the handles are so small you can't really grab them. So you're kind of like halfway grabbing the bin, you're halfway grabbing that. I got big hands. I can put them in here really, really easily and pick this up without any kind of issue. But when I'm not using it, that folds flat just like that. How cool is that? So these aren't going to rub up against things. They're not going to bang on anything right there. Now, let me show you the different colors that these come in. I'm going to put these on here and show you how these work, okay? Watch this. I'm going to zip this closed. And I want to show you real quick. Here, I will show you this, okay? Here's the large. Okay, remember what I said before. The only difference between the large and the medium really is the depth. But they will stack exactly on top because that footprint is the same on these. That 19.7 by that 15.7, okay? So that's a wonderful feature of these. And this is the 2-pack that you're getting, is you're getting 2 of the medium and 2 of the large. Now, let's take a look at the different choices you have in colors right here. We're going to show you on the screen. And remember, you're getting a 4-pack here. So when you buy the 4-pack, you're going to get 4 of whatever pattern you see right there. Now, that's what they're looking like when you look at them in that selection right there. But I'm going to show them to you up close and personal because I feel like that's the absolute best way to take a look at these, okay? So we'll go through them one at a time here so you can see them. So here's what your choices are going to be. This is the Italian mosaic, and you'll get 4 in this beautiful print right here. Look at all the beautiful colors on that, the yellows, the blues. That's absolutely stunning, okay? You have a choice of the royal bees. This is the one that we have. My wife Kelly and I actually have a bunch of these at home. We love this one here. And you can see all the bees are facing the same direction. And apparently that costs more to do that, okay? So that's a big deal that you've got that. This one is the vegan leather. And what's neat about the vegan leather is that first of all, when you feel it, it feels exactly like real leather. It has this embossed pattern. But here's the thing. They went the extra mile with this, and these are actually stitched as well. That's not just a pattern of stitching. That's actual thread that they stitched this with to give this authentic stitches going all the way across on this. This one right here is the jacquard. Now, here's the cool thing about the jacquard. I'm going to flip this so the bees are all going the same way. And you'll notice that the bees are going the same way. This is not printed. This is done on a loom. So this is actually all stitched. Every pattern in here. And again, what I mentioned earlier, to get the bees to all go in one direction, that costs more money, that takes more time, but they did that for you. This one is called the lemon zest. All right, I call it limoncello, but that is the lemon zest. This is a very traditional Italian pattern that you're seeing on here. Love that one. And then the last one is going to be that denim right there. And the denim is the one that I've been demonstrating to you. Remember, this is not really denim. It is a very heavy gauge denier nylon that actually has that denim look to it. You know, one thing too that I want to show everybody while we're here, I want to show you how these collapse down, okay? So watch this. I'm going to open this one up here, and once I get inside of this, all I've got to do, in fact, I'll open this door too so you can kind of see inside the front here. So all I've got to do is back here, here's one of the metal bars. I just pull that up like that, okay? There's one in the back right here. I pull this one up. Notice how the whole thing is starting to go down, and pull that one up right there, and that's it. This whole thing collapses down nice and flat like this. So for storage purposes, if you're not using them, these are incredibly easy to store, because maybe you're just using it when you change out your wardrobe. Maybe you're just using it when you transition from winter clothes to summer clothes, or whatever it is that you're doing. This is a really, really cool way to do that, okay? But remember, these do fold flat, and again, to set it up, all I'm going to do is just pull it up like this and just push these bars into place. So I'm going to push one into the sides here, push this one into the sides over here, push this one into the back, and that's it. That's all I had to do. And this is now ready to accept that 55 pounds of weight that you can put on each and every one of these. That's why these are so great for stacking too, so that, we're used to like having the other bins that are out there, and you can see that water jug right there is a full water jug that weighs about 50 pounds, and that's sitting on one of the smallest pieces that we make, the very smallest piece right there. And you can see how it's absolutely holding that with no problems. But let me show you a couple other things here, a couple other demonstrations I want to show you, okay? I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here, and I'm going to pick up one of the large pieces that we have, okay? Now, I want you to notice something about this. First of all, the top of this is domed. Why? Because I have absolutely overstuffed this, okay? But watch what I can do. I'm going to open this up, and I want you to see how much is in here, okay? So I'm going to open this up. So here's one pillow. And this is one of those pillows that's got like seeds or something in it. So that's a big, heavy pillow. We got 2 pillows in here. We got 3 pillows in here. We got 4 pillows inside of this bag right here, inside of this bin, I should say. And this is the large size. Remember, you're getting 2 of the large when you get this set today. So you're getting 2 of the large, you're getting 2 of the mediums when you buy this. But we had 4 pillows stuffed inside of this. So think about that. If you've got, like, we have a pull-out bed at our house when we have company come over, and we purposely need a place, we got to find a place to put these in because we don't have enough hopples, and I think that's the next thing we got to invest in. And this is just one of those things. And watch the way I can really push this down and make this go in here, and I'm not worried about the zippers or anything because everything is built so rugged on this. Look at that. And I got all 4 of those back in. My handles, I took the hook and loop off. I can pick that up now, or I can just stick those on the side like that. But that's the thing about these, is that these are made to work. These are rugged. And the deal tonight is absolutely incredible. Remember, you're getting 2 of the large, you're getting 2 of the medium when you buy this. So these 4 are going to be yours. There's your choice of patterns. You've got the royal bees, you've got the vegan leather, you've got the Italian mosaic, the lemon zest, or as I call it, the limoncello. You've got the jacquard, and then you've got the denim on there. And those are your choices. So whichever one you choose, this is what you're getting for $64.99 with free shipping. You're getting these 4 pieces right here. And real quick, if you're just joining us and you're like, what's the big deal about these? I'm going to show you one more time all the features. First of all, you've got a window on the front of these, okay? So you can clearly see in there, and that is non-yellowing plastic that is on the front of this. So you're not going to have any problem here looking inside of these, okay? Look at the sides. You've got windows on the sides as well. So that's 2 different access points. Plus the top opens on this. So that's 3 different access points to get in and out of here. On the side of this, you've got a place to put labels. So you can actually label these as well, put cards in there and be able to see what's in there. And then you've got those handles that pop out. Remember what we said earlier, that these are collapsible, but once you set them up like this, they will hold up to 55 pounds. So you don't have to worry about, I'm sorry, hang on a second. Go ahead, Kelly. Okay, so Charlene is on Facebook right now. She's talking in the chat, and she's telling us that she uses these for her sheet sets. And what else? Her Red Sox collectibles, and that's nice. That's actually a really great use for these. Thanks, Charlene. I love it when people tell me what they do with them. In fact, if you're watching right now, tell me what you're doing with your hopples, because we've had a lot of people buy these in the last couple of weeks here. We've only got about 4 minutes left on these, so if you're thinking about buying them right now, please jump in, take advantage of this. And by the way, if you're just joining us and you're like, how in the world do I order from you? I absolutely love these. I want to buy a couple sets of the 4-pack. Here's what you've got to do. Go to the website that you see on the screen down there in front of me there, shopsstv.com. You're going to be able to see not only this collection, but everything in the Hopple line that we carry. And there's a bunch of them. And all the other products we have tonight, plus things we're not even airing this evening. So there's a lot of products there. 30-day money-back guarantee and everything that we're selling tonight. The other thing, though, you could do is you could use the QR code that's in the lower right-hand corner down there of the screen. Because what that QR code is going to do for you is the QR code is going to allow you to go to the direct item page for this item. So if we're offering the 4-pack right now, you can go there and see the 2 medium, the 2 large that you're going to be receiving for that $64.99 price with the free shipping. And the easy way to do that is just take your cell phone out, open up the camera app, point it at your TV screen. It's going to read that QR code, and it's going to take you directly to that page. But this is an amazing deal. And again, all you need to do, I'm going to just bend down for a second here, guys, is pick out what color you want in this. Okay, let me clear these guys out. These are big bins too. I'm going to tell you right now, I gave you the measurements on these. They're 19.7 by 15.7, both the medium and the large. And this one, the large is 16 gallons, and this one is, the medium is 12 gallons. So 16 gallons, 12 gallons, that's a lot that you put in. By the way, they also have a layer in the top of these. When I open this up right here, this is waterproof. So if you have something in here that's wet, or if water falls on top of this, it's not going to damage what's inside of it. So this is just one more feature we thought of. So going through the colors, though, you've got your choices. You've got the denim you see right here. That's a beautiful one. And again, it's not really denim like your jeans. It's a denim look that's made of that very heavy gauge denier nylon. We've got the lemon zest, I like to call it, or the limoncello. That's really what I want to call it. The limoncello. That's a beautiful one as well. This is going to be the jacquard print. This is made on a loom. It's more expensive to do, but my gosh, it looks absolutely beautiful. These are never going to wear off of here, and all those bees are facing the same direction. And believe it or not, that cost more to do. Then, ooh, the vegan leather. This is really stunning. A lot of people jumping in on this one. This is not real leather. It's that vegan leather, but it's got that embossed pattern on it, but then it also has stitching going through the whole thing. And that's real stitching. That's not just embossed stitching. They actually took the extra step and went through that and stitched this whole thing. Then we've got the Royal Bees. The Royal Bees, very classic design. This is the one that we have at our home. We've got some of the other pieces too. We actually have the corner pieces. Go to our website and check those out at shopsstv.com. When you go to the Hopple collection, you'll be able to see the beautiful corner pieces there as well. Those are kind of neat. And then the last one is the Italian mosaic, and that is a very, very classic Italian design right there. Take a look at that. That is beautiful. So a lot of choices for everybody out there today in these. At the end of the day, yes, there are cheaper storage solutions that you could buy, but they're not going to last as long. And I haven't said it tonight, but I always like to say this. My dad told me a long time ago that you can either buy well or you can buy often. This is buying well, okay? And actually, if you look at the price on this for $64.99 and think about all the amazing features, the fact that they hold 55 pounds, the fact that it's a very heavy gauge denier nylon, the fact that it's got the plastic windows, 2 of them, that are non-yellowing, that you've got 3 different ways to get into the bags. You've got the retractable handles on this that lay flush when you're putting these away. I mean, there's a lot of features and a lot of time and a lot of thought went into these. So at the end of the day, just pick your 4-pack and pick the color that you want. It's literally that simple to do. Now, the 4-pack that comes with these, I'm going to show you something interesting about these. Let me put these guys down here real quick. So you're getting 2 of the large and you're getting 2 of the medium when you buy this. I want to show everybody something. I'm going to put this on top of this just so you can see that you can stack these. When you have the mediums and you have the large, they have the exact same footprint, 19.7 inches, actually this way, 19.7 inches by 15.7 inches. The only difference is this is 13 gallons, this one is 16 gallons on the bottom. So the medium 13, the large is 16 gallons on the bottom here, but the footprint is precise. Like these fit exactly on top of each other. So when you get this 4-pack home, if you want to stack these 4 high, you can absolutely do that. Okay, folks, so these are your Apple storage bins. That's that 4-pack right there. Take advantage of this, but we're going to move on to our next exciting item coming up right now. And here it is. It is that silken foot device. That's what I'm going to call it, Angie. It's the foot device. No, this is absolutely amazing to give you the smoothest feet you've ever seen. Come out here, Angie. You might as well come out here right away because this thing was on fire out here last week because I think the price is right on this. And it's funny because all the women that were here tonight, you know, you're here, Kate's here, Judy's here, my wife Kelly's here. And everybody looked at this and they were like, once they found out it had a vacuum in it, they were like, what? Because
I know, because you've never seen anything like this before.
Never seen anything like this. So folks, let's meet her. She is the lovely and talented Angie Lee Saffold right here with us this evening. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You're
I always
welcome.
love being here, and I always love bringing you guys really, really cutting edge, state-of-the-art technology when it comes to your beauty tools. So beauty and wellness, of course, is my specialty, and I'm a big, big believer in self-care. We love this about Silken because Silken is the #1 global leader in home aesthetic devices.
Yes.
These same inventors, doctors, estheticians, they actually are some of the same people that created all of these technologies and these treatments that you would get if you went into a medical office, derm office, went into your favorite Medi Spa, and they said, you know what, we're going to actually take these technologies, we're going to put them into at-home devices and make it easier and more affordable for all of us. So introducing the Vacuum Pedi. Why is it called the Vacuum Pedi? Well, it's got a built-in vacuum, which means you now get to do your feet completely mess-free.
See, that's amazing. When you did this last week live, it blew my mind because I was totally ready for like just to be like stuff falling all over the floor.
Right.
There was nothing.
Right, you don't have to sit on the edge of your bathtub. You don't have to like get a little towel and make it a whole event. You could do this sitting in the chair, sitting on the edge of your bed. You could sit in the passenger seat of the car, on the way to the lake house, whatever it is. You could be doing this right at like in seconds, removing all of that dead dry skin from your feet and from your hands as well.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yes, because you are going to get not one, but you're going to get 3 of your sanding discs. So you have a light, you have a medium, and you have a coarse. So depending on the thickness of, you know, the buildup on your feet, the buildup on your hands, maybe the elbows, wherever you have a tendency to get that dry skin, you're going to be able to use it there. Now, what I also love, especially about this, not only the convenience factor, not only that it's super effective, but the fact that there's no batteries needed.
I love this.
Because it's completely rechargeable.
Yeah,
yes.
That's amazing. How long does it last with the charge?
Oh, this is going to last you hours and hours. So you're going to get many uses out of this, and it's very simple to do. Anybody can do it. It's one button. So I mean, even if you're like me and you're very electronically challenged, I will be the first to admit that. My husband will be the second to admit that. It's one button, you guys. You can't mess it up. It's so easy. So one button turns it on. You know, it fits so comfortably in your hand. That's another thing you're going to notice when you get it home. It feels substantial, but it's not heavy. Would you agree?
Oh, I totally agree with that. Oh, I turned this one on. This is not heavy at all.
No.
No, it's very, and, you know, I think that's part of it too, because like a tool that's too heavy, your arm gets tired.
Right.
You don't want to keep using it.
You're not going to have that.
Very ergonomic too.
Right?
It's not like leaning forward or backward. It's not weighing me down.
It kind of reminds you of one of those like mini, you know, those blow dryers that
Yeah.
everybody's like crazy about. Yeah. So whether you're right-handed, left-handed, whether you have dexterity issues, it does not matter. You will comfortably be able to do your feet wherever and whenever it's easiest for you. Now, this is going pretty quick.
Yeah.
This is on low. This is going to run over 1,500 rotations per minute.
Wow.
So way faster than you could do with your own hand manually. Now, if you really want to crank it up, you're just going to press the button again.
Listen to that.
And now you are in high speed, and we are never going too deep. So I love the fact that you're only going to remove the dead dry skin cells here. Take a look. You are not going ever too deep.
Look at the thing go.
You are only working on the dead skin. And this is really, really important, especially for those of you out there that have to be really careful with your foot care. You get that beautiful rose gold finish. It's simple. It's easy. You get additional filters, and we'll go over that in just a little bit. You get the cover that comes with this. And, of course, you are going to get a 1-year manufacturer's warranty from Silken as well. Which
is amazing. And you get the 30-day money-back guarantee from us. So once you get this home, and these were shipping like the day after that the orders were placed last week. So a lot of folks out there probably got them already. I'd love to hear how you guys love these. But you get that 30 days to return them. So if you're not liking it, but so far everybody's loved them.
You're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna do my feet actually.
Angie's gonna go down. She's gonna do her feet, and take a look at this. While Angie's getting in position, I want everybody to take a look at this here, and you can see this before and after. And Angie, tell us what we're looking at here, because to me that looks like 2 different sets of feet.
Right, and this is truly the magic of this device, because what we're doing here is we are removing all of those dead dry skin cells, never going too deep to the healthy skin. But now think about once you place that cream or that lotion on your feet, now it's actually going to soak in, right? You just created the most intense efficacy of the products that you're using. Nothing worse than you're trying to, you know, put the cream on, maybe put some socks on in the evening. You know, you wake up the next morning, your feet are great for what, an hour? And then you're saying, okay, what happened?
Yep.
It's not soaking in because you have so much buildup, the products can't even work. Take a look at how simple this is. Now, what I love about this is I'm going to let this device do all the work for me. And I really love to particularly do right there on the side of the toe. This is kind of a spot for me where my shoe always rubs. I have a tendency to get a lot of buildup there. I want you to just think about the ease of this and how this is truly going to make your life so much simpler, because nothing like getting ready to run out the door. You look down at your feet and you say, oh my goodness, I cannot wear those sandals. Look at my feet. The dead dry skin on my feet is dictating my shoe wardrobe. Those days are over. There's so many times where I have just grabbed this right walking out the door and just did this for like 3 or 4 minutes, put on my lotion or cream, boom, I'm out the door, and I don't have to worry about any of that heavy buildup turning into really thick calluses, which can become quite uncomfortable.
This actually seems a lot safer than those cheese graters they normally use on your feet.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, I know, because I would love to go for pedicures. I love getting pampered, of course. What lady does not? But I will tell you, those cheese graters, they are a vicious cycle. The cheese grater itself not only is extremely unsanitary, but what happens, Lou, is the cheese grater goes too deep.
Yeah.
So now you have removed that healthy skin.
Right.
And your body immediately is going to go in to protect the area that's damaged. So it's going to make thicker skin, drier skin. It's going to build up even more callus. And of course, that's why when you guys go and get those pedicures done, right? It's great for the first few days. And then what about when you're on vacation and it's like day 3 and you're like, wait a minute, I just spent $60 getting a pedicure before this trip, and now my feet are already rough looking again. Now imagine, because this is rechargeable, so easy to use, I can use it anywhere that I feel like I have that buildup or that dead dry skin, but I can pack this right in my luggage. It's so lightweight, I could take it with me wherever I go.
Yeah, that travels well. And folks, this is only $69 tonight with free shipping. We got a lot of orders for these last week because I think everybody just got so turned on by the fact that this actually has that vacuum built into it. By the way, our friend Charlene says she recognizes you, Angie, from the wet brush.
Absolutely. Oh, Charlene. Yes. Oh, you must be a big fan of wet brush. You know then, girl, that I'm only bringing you the best of the best. So these are all things that I love and that I use and that I recommend. Matter of fact, Lou, I actually gifted these vacuum petties for Mother's Day. Wow, were they so
I bet you got an amazing response to that.
Oh, my goodness. And then the people that didn't get them were like, wait a minute, where's mine?
Yeah.
So I've got quite a bit of birthdays and stock-ups that I'm going to give for gifts this year for the holidays, just because what a great gift. And everybody wants to take care of their feet.
Sure.
I mean, this is the thing. Most guys, and I'm sure you'll relate with this as well, Lou, like guys want great feet too, right? We don't want to have all that buildup. But what guys are going to really, truly go in to the pedicure salon and get their feet done? I know my husband is never doing that, but I will tell you, he will grab this and use this. He won't even think twice about it.
Yeah, see, that's the amazing thing about that. Well, and it's not just for feet, too. We had people last week telling us they were using it on their elbows.
Yes.
You know, all those places where you might get ashy, you get that skin on there, you know, you get the calluses. This will take them off. Let's show everybody real quick. Let's show everybody what's inside of that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break.
Because you did this last week.
Yes.
So I'm kind of curious to see what's there because it was just a week ago that you were here. So let's wait for the camera because I want everybody to be able to see when she dumps this out on this maroon pad right here. Because now, while she was sitting there, typically when you see people do demonstrations on foot care products, right? You're seeing live everything falling off, and you're like, oh my God, look how that's working. But with this, you didn't see anything. Here's why.
Yes, you're not seeing anything falling off because of that vacuum technology. So remember, your vacuum petty has a vacuum built right inside. So it's sucking all of that dead, dry skin right into the chamber and holding it for you until you decide to empty it out. So I actually take really good care of my feet, but it still always surprises me what comes out of here. Okay. Now, if you're eating dinner, you might want to look away. All right, look at this. You guys, I know, but here's what's really...
I just saw you do this 4 days ago.
I know, and you know what's crazy? I take really good care of my feet, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to get it home, and I want you to put it to work for you because this is what's going to happen. Every single time that you use this, your feet are just going to get better and better and better to where you're not going to need to use it as much. But when you do need it, it's yours. You have it at home, so you can get it out and use it whenever you'd like. Now, I want to also point out something really important. Take a look at how that dead, dry skin is like dust. This is key because what it's doing is it's not pulling off chunks of skin off of your feet. It is working in such the precise way that it is only removing very gently yet so effectively with over 1,500 rotations per minute.
Right.
It's pulverizing that dead, dry skin, but into an ultra fine powder. And then what's really cool is the filter that's inside of here. You get 3 of them, by the way, but you're going to have them forever and ever because all you do is you take them out, you rinse them out with water, soap and water, and all I do is leave mine on the counter to dry. I air dry them, I throw them right back in, replace the cap, and then let's go ahead and switch it up to the fine grit. I want to use this fine grit because this one is really, really great for the hands. So if you are a gardener or a construction, worker, or you're somebody that works a lot with your hands, my husband's a very fix-it kind of guy. I mean, he really is hands-on. He just laid tile in our bedroom. I mean, and that's not even what he does for his actual job, but he's extremely handy. How amazing to be able for you and your partner to be able to use this, whether it's on your feet, whether it's on your hands. And then all you need to do, these little discs, you can just wash them with some warm soap and some water, leave them out to dry. Everything is reusable over and over again and rechargeable. We even give you the USB cord to go ahead and charge it up.
Yeah, which is great. And these are only $69, folks, with free shipping and handling here at Shop Social TV. 30-day money-back guarantee. We take all the major credit cards. Just go to the URL on the screen right there, shopsstv.com, or use that QR code. It'll take you to the exact page for this item that you're looking at right now, Angie. This blows my mind every time I see this, and it's one of those products where I think to myself, why didn't anybody think of this before?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Why didn't they do that?
And you know, honestly, I did a little shopping around, so just so that you guys know, this is the best value anywhere. You cannot get this price even on our Silken website. Everything does come with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty, and presentation is everything to us.
Yeah,
so
it's a great box.
If you know Silken, you know they are first class all the way right down to the packaging. So if you're thinking about gifting, which I highly recommend you do, get one for yourself. Because if you only buy one for your mom or your sister, when it gets home to you, you're not going to want to give it away. There's that amazing. So get one for yourself, stock up one for your bestie or whoever you think would love this. You could bundle it with a really great foot cream or like a foot lotion. What a great pampering self-care gift that is just going to keep on giving, because you're going to be using this for years to come.
No, you will. And by the way, folks, coming up in just a few minutes, it's one of those customer favorite items here, and I know it's Judy's as well. It's the Boche coasters. Wait till you see. I know Angie loves these too.
Yes.
They will make your beverages taste so much better just by setting them on there for a few seconds. So, folks, we'll be coming up with those in just a moment. But, Angie, I think we're out of time with our Silken. Is that true, Kelly? Are we out of time? Yes.
Time flies when you're
Time
having
flies.
fun.
All right, folks. So take advantage of this deal. Get in on it now. Thank you, Angie. We'll be right back with our sports themes in a second. We're glad you're here shopping with friends. Now's your chance to buy today's featured deals and much more. To start your order, just open the camera on your cell phone, point it at the QR code on the screen, and open the link that pops up. You'll be taken to shopsocialtv.com, where you'll find today's deals plus other exciting products. While you're visiting shopsocialtv.com, be sure to explore the whole website and see everything we have to offer. Connect with hosts and view our upcoming schedule. Subscribe to our email newsletter so you never miss a show. Click on the QR code and start shopping with friends today. All right, welcome back in, folks. And there was that quick video that shows you exactly how to order from us here at Shop Social TV. It is super, super simple. And like so many people out there, you don't have to talk to anybody, which that's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, exactly. So,
amen.
Amen. So, folks, this is Judy Ondenko. She is our brand ambassador for Sports Seams, this beautiful line of clothing and accessories for all the sports fanatics out there. Judy, let's tell everybody about this.
Yes, well, thank you. So not only
You're welcome.
is it amazing for sports fanatics, but it's also really amazing for people that aren't really into sports, but are kind of dragged along and like want to support the team, but aren't really like super involved. So the idea behind this was started by a friend of mine, and she was a baseball mom, is still a baseball mom. And every single season, her son and daughter, so she was actually a baseball and a softball mom.
Nice.
And a soccer mom.
Wow.
So every season, both of her kids would change teams. So like one day it would be the Turkeys, and then the next day it would be the Condors, and then whatever. And she got sick and tired of spending a ton of money. And so she was like, I wonder if I could come up with something that I could wear all the time, and then I could wear just to every single game. And she came up with this idea. So it initially started as a baseball shirt, and then it kind of morphed into a couple other other ideas.
Right, which is awesome.
So, yes. So I am wearing the baseball shirt today. This is the V-neck.
Right.
So we do have V-neck and crew neck. You'll actually have to go online to kind of figure out.
Yeah, to see the difference.
There's a bunch of different options and sizes, but I love the V-neck personally. It's a little bit thinner. The crew necks are a little bit thicker. So kind of depending, but the idea is, don't you want to look cute? Don't you want to look cute when you go to your kids' games instead of like those big boxy T-shirts that you're still going to spend $20 on that may or may not fit or may not come down to your knees? These are fitted. They're 100% cotton, super easy to take care of. Use your Nellies in order to wash them, and you can keep the color forever. And these aren't a decal. This is actually part of the shirt. And so I'm going to show you the front.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Check that out.
And that's where the name for this product line comes from, because it's the seams off the baseball. It's the seams off of all the various, different balls that we're talking about here.
Yes. So this is our baseball, and this is another V-neck. So just also size-wise, I know there were some questions last time.
Yeah, there were.
I would say with the crew neck, so I was wearing a large last time, and I typically am between a medium and a large depending upon the style. With the crew neck, I would definitely err on the side of caution and go a little bit bigger.
Okay.
With the V-neck, this is a medium, and it fits actually a little bit looser than the crew neck, so just kind of go with that. I would go with your normal size on that.
Right. Okay.
So this is, let's see what this is. This is a large. This is a little bit bigger than what I have on, but
that's the pattern on there.
That's the pattern.
So what are the sports that we have here?
Okay, so we've got baseball.
Do you want to go to these, or do you want to? Let's go over here. So we're gonna go over here.
Okay.
And let's take a look at this. There we go.
Here we go. All right. So initially we have our softball. Okay. Then we have our baseball, our football.
Right.
Basketball.
I love the way that you did these. These are
and
so cool.
Soccer. So a true soccer mom can have a true soccer mom shirt.
Yeah.
But is it married to any specific team?
No.
Yes.
And you know what's so cool about that too is like we were saying earlier, that if you've got kids that are in different sports and play in different leagues or different teams, and we have on a traveling team, who knows? I mean, there's all kinds of things these days. You're going to spend a lot of money getting shirts for all of them. And here's all the shirts together, as you can see, all in one shot right there. And I like this even for people that go into professional sports.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I told you this before last time we sold these, that nothing drives me crazier than when people go out there wearing the shirt of a team that's not even playing. Just wear the generic like this.
It does. It happens all the time. So I come from a big sporting household. My husband is an avid sports fan, as am I. And of course, we have two separate teams that we're interested in. And I'm here from Tampa. He's from Detroit, Michigan. So you guys can all do that math there. And there have been multiple times that I have been dragged to a different Detroit sports game. Do I sometimes wear the gear just for my husband? Absolutely. But does it break my heart a little bit on the inside? Absolutely.
Yeah, it does.
The solution? Sports teams.
Yeah.
So now, anytime we go to a professional or college football game, or now that my son is going into middle school, we're going to start going to some of the high school football games.
Yeah.
I can just throw this on, super easy, and I'm not spending $40 or $50 to get a cute fitted shirt that I'm going to wear one time.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're going to that like a party at somebody's house for that big game, you know, whether it's the big baseball game or the big football game, and you're going to their house to watch with everybody, and maybe your team's not playing, because that's happened to me more times than I want to think about.
100%.
Yeah, so you just wear one of these.
Wear one of these. It's the answer to all of your questions, or the answer to all of your issues.
Yeah.
And again, you're spending one time $20 instead of every single time you're going to a different game in a different stadium. So that's like one of the things I was going to say. So Jim, my husband, his big thing is he wants to go to every baseball stadium in the entire country at some point. Will that happen? Who knows? But that being said, I'm equipped. I only have to put one thing in my suitcase. Unfortunately, he is not equipped, so he will have to just wear whatever is there.
Your husband just said something on the Facebook chat here about how much you like wearing these to the games for a certain Detroit team that plays baseball. That certain team.
Maybe if I wear this, they'll start winning some more,
Oh!
James.
Ooh, brutal. This is brutal. And by the way, folks, let me do my job for a second here. These are $19.99 for one of these shirts. The quality of these is amazing. When you feel them, when you get them home, you're going to be like, wow, this is made so incredibly well. The stitching's well done. All of this is not decals. These are printed on, so this is not going to be coming off of here. And look at how cool they are to do those seams. And it's not even the full ball. Your mind fills in the rest of it. It's that suggestion of it for each and every sport right there. Free shipping and handling like you get from everything here at Shop Social TV. So please jump on in, take advantage of these right now. A lot of people in the chat this evening talking it up here. People absolutely love these, Judy.
They absolutely love them. And actually, my mom wound up buying one. So my mom is not a huge sports fan, but she obviously wants to, be involved.
Yeah, she wants to be in with
And so
it.
she wound up getting one, a football one. She's very excited to wear it this season. But I did also want to show you the difference between the crew neck. So here's one of the crew necks.
Okay.
And then here's the V-neck. So obviously the V-neck, and I don't know, I'm not really sure how well you're going to be able to see it on camera, but you can see that this is a little bit thinner, a little bit softer. This is definitely a little bit sturdier and a little bit more fitted. So that's kind of the difference between your V-neck and your crew neck options as far as the material goes. But then obviously, you've got a little bit more of just a fun look. You can wear your fun little necklaces with the V-necks, and then of course with the crew necks, you've got it a little bit higher up to your
Actually, when Kate was out here earlier selling the Nelly, she had on the football crew neck, the V-neck as well.
She did.
So, yep. So, and you got a chance to look at how great that looked as well. Now, and choose yours, choose a couple. I mean, if you've got kids that are playing multiple sports, or if you just end up going to a lot of different games, maybe you're like Judy and her husband, where they go to a lot of different sports, baseball, football, soccer, whatever. We've got something for everybody. I'm still pushing for the tennis, though. And
I know you
the
are.
tennis and the golf.
I know you are.
I want that.
I would love a golf because my son is a golfer, but unfortunately we don't have a golf yet. But maybe one day. I've put the ask out for sure. But I truly do, and you pointed out so well. Like just because this is not a decal, I was also telling you last time that I had my son's really into trick shots, and we went to a certain show a couple weeks ago for some very famous trick shot people. And I had a shirt that I've worn multiple times because of the fact that we've gone to multiple shows. I put it on in the hotel room, and all of it was starting to peel. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. You won't have to worry about that with these because
that's
it's
a big
not
difference.
Ironed on, and it's actually part of the shirt.
Yeah, and see, that's what makes me nuts is when you get a shirt, and look how great those look right there. That's printed, okay? That's the big difference. That's quality. That's what you're going to pay a lot of money for out in the stores. But here at Shop Social TV, we're talking about $19.99. So no matter what sport it is, even softball. It's so funny, too, because my wife, Kelly, used to play softball back in high school, and she was saying how back then they didn't even have yellow softballs, but now that's the thing.
Oh, that is the thing.
That's the thing now, is the yellow softball. So we've got you covered even there. So if you got kids that play softball, baseball, football, basketball, soccer, we've got something for everybody. So you could be that cool soccer, football, baseball, whatever mom, when you go to the games. But I love the idea that it's for the people like your mom, Judy, that to her, it's not a sport, it's sports ball. You know what I mean?
Well, like Kate. She's
Or
like,
Kate.
Sports balling.
Sports
tonight. I'm
balling.
like, you
Yeah.
look adorable.
Yeah. So
that's the whole idea. You're absolutely right. And it's such a great way to look cute and feel confident when you're going to these, instead of wearing, like I said, these boxy, long T-shirts that aren't flattering, that don't do anything for you.
Right.
And truth be told, you're wearing jeans or shorts, and now everything's huge, and you're kind of walking around like, the or the Marshmallow Man or whatever. So this is a great way to make you look a little bit cuter and more fun, and kind of part of the party scene.
Well, and the other thing too I like about these is you're not going to be like walking into yourself everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like how many times have you gone to a game in a stadium and you keep coming across people wearing the exact same shirt? And I'm not just talking about the same team. I mean the exact same shirt that they bought in that gift shop and probably paid triple the price that we're talking about here, or at least double the price that we're talking about here. And that's the thing, to get a quality T-shirt, I don't care what's on it, you're gonna pay $20 all day long. To get something like this that's actually got a beautiful pattern like this on there that's so unique, and free shipping, and that's the other thing, it's $19 done. There's free shipping on these to get them home to your house, 30-day money-back guarantee on these. Get them home, try them on, see what you think about them, and see if the quality's not everything that we're talking about right here, right now.
Absolutely, and I love that you say, get it home and give it a try.
Yes.
Because again, I kind of, doing that whole online purchasing thing, obviously we've definitely gotten more used to it these days, but it is a little bit maybe intimidating to someone if you're not 100% sure what size you want to wear. So again, guidance-wise, I would say if you're going to do the crew neck, I would err on the side of caution and go up. If you're between two sizes, definitely get the larger size. And then with the V-neck, you can probably be your normal size. Like I said, I'm between a medium and a large. I wear a medium in the V-neck and I wear a large in the crew neck. But, if you want a little bit more room, definitely get a size up. So, but they're made to be flattering. They're made to be fitted. They're made to look cute. They're a little bit longer, so you don't have to worry about that crop thing, because I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and so I don't necessarily want my belly showing and hanging out, and nobody wants that either. Trust me. So I like the fact that these have a little bit more length on them, and they cover things that you don't want people necessarily to see.
Yeah, and let's jump in the chat for a second here. So our friend Charlene's jumping back in, and she says she's like Jim. She's like your husband. She'd love to go to every baseball stadium. She's a huge baseball fan. Then you need one of these shirts, Charlene, for sure. And then your friend Kelly, our friend Kelly, I should say.
Kelly.
Yep. She said baseball is the only good one, obviously. I have it.
This is true. This is true. Well, Kelly specifically is a baseball mom, and she's one of those moms that she has had to go get shirts from every different. Our boys were, I think, 3 when they started T-ball together.
Wow.
Mine did not last. Hers has become like a career baseball player. Like, he's amazing and wonderful. So she's got probably, I think she's on her 4th or 5th baseball season this year.
Wow.
She doesn't have to spend all that money. She can use this, wear it to every single game, and she's got a bunch of friends I know that ask constantly where to get them, and now that they're available. So Kelly, tell all your baseball mom friends.
Yeah, they're very cool looking too, and that's the thing about these. The first time I saw them, I was like, who came up with this idea? Because this is just really smart. And wasn't this something that got created during the pandemic?
So it was created just a little bit prior to the pandemic.
Prior.
They actually wound up getting the inventory during the pandemic, and so that's kind of where we wound up getting lucky and getting some more information about it, because they weren't able to sell them for a while, and so then they were finally, once the pandemic was lifted, they were able to sell them again, and they realized they really had something here that was interesting and that people were loving.
So our friend Charlene just asked a good question. She asked what the length of the shirts is.
That is a very, very great question, and lovely Kelly the last time gave me a measuring tape, and I accidentally stole it. So I do not have it on me at this particular moment, but I will tell you this, Charlene. I am 5'1", maybe 2 on a good day, and I am pretty long torsoed and short legged, and it comes down. This is a medium. It comes down to here, so I can definitely get you the measurements, and you can add it to the website.
Well, and what we'll do is Charlene, while you're watching, we're going to get a tape measure. It may not be during the presentation, but we'll get it before we go off the air, and we'll let you know what this, because Judy's going to be drinking with me in a few minutes.
This is a true story. Very excited.
Oh, we're moving on to the bags now. Come on back over here. All right, so let's move on to the bags. Now, here's the cool thing. Every single one of the shirts that you just saw comes, well, it doesn't come with, but you can buy a tote bag to complement it. What are you pointing at?
Oh, that's my girlfriend's.
Oh, yeah, in that picture. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All of you out there wearing your sports team shirts, look how cool they look in the whole group photo right there. But then the bags that come with these as well. Let's talk about these, because these bags are super cool.
Awesome.
Oh, and actually, here, wait a minute. Let's do this. Look watch what I can do.
Dun, dun, dun.
I can turn this around.
So I actually decided, because there were a lot of questions from people the last time I was on asking about the size, and although we can sit here and say, 17 inches, 22 inches, all of that stuff, I decided to play what's in my bag. So you can see
Bring it out here.
How much stuff you can actually get in these bags. So let's just start out by showing you guys the different varieties. So here's the football one. This is my favorite. I'm a huge football fan. I would love to take this if, especially as a mom, like if my son played football, you can throw all of your extra stuff in there. I actually use it as a purse. It also comes with these 2 mesh pockets. No,
you're good. Go ahead.
One on either side. So you can have your water bottles. And if your son, this is, totally unisex. I mean, I don't know if who's going to walk around with a heart, but if you're, somebody that plays high school sports and you want some extra stuff to put your bag, your books and all of that good stuff, plus
turn
your
it sideways
equipment.
real quick. Yeah, there you go. Just so I'm looking at the other camera there, just so we can see it. Turn it.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. And then you can see that decal that's sewn on there. How great that's not pressed on. That is actually sewn on there. And these are a very thick gauge nylon. So what else is in there? What do you got? All right. Because there's pockets too.
I've got my 2 water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my glasses. I've got my keys and my sunglasses.
Ooh, even more. Okay.
Even more. I love this. I know this is silly.
Oh,
but
yeah.
For some reason, it's my absolute favorite thing, because I constantly lose pens in my large bags. And the older I'm getting, the bigger my bags are getting. Not just the ones under my eyes, but these as well. So because I'm constantly feeling like I have to carry a bunch of stuff. So I do want to also point out this lovely
pull on the zipper. Very nice, very big.
You're not trying to find that tiny little pull.
Holy cow! What are you moving in?
My purse, my makeup, full-size brush.
Wow.
Snacks, because gotta have snacks.
Gotta have
right?
snacks.
I've got a binder. I've got my son's pencil case.
Very nice.
I've got a notebook for notes.
Wow.
And oh wait, there's more. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I've got another binder and a 17-inch laptop.
That's massive.
Yes.
I mean, and so these are absolutely cavernous. And the cool thing about them is when you get them home and you look at them, you're going to feel the gauge of that nylon, like how thick these are. But the other thing you're going to notice is how well they're made, like the stitching that's on these, the attention to detail, how the bags on the side of these, mesh bags on the side of these don't feel like they're flimsy, they're going to fall apart. Let's go over to this, and I want to show everybody the different colors on here, the different styles of sports teams that you can get on here. not teams, but you know what I'm saying, sports. So very first one there, that's the baseball one, okay, and that's the one that, you know, goes with that shirt, that particular shirt, the baseball shirt right there, with the seams on it, okay? So there's the baseball. Let everybody get a good close look at that. Look at that. That's so cool right there. There's your baseball.
So cute.
Behind that, we have got the basketball. Love the basketball in this one. That is very cool.
Isn't that fun? I love the way that orange really pops against the black.
Yeah.
I
It really
it's
does.
really,
And
really
yeah,
cute, yeah.
against the black of the bag. Then you got your football right there. The heart really makes these, I think.
I know.
You know, that really helps everything pop on here, okay? And then behind that, we've got the soccer. That's really cool looking too. I love that, you know, I love the fact that it's just a suggestion of whatever ball it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not the whole thing. It's not in your face. It's just enough. And then you've got your softball, that yellow softball right there. So all of these choices are available. They all go with the shirts that you're purchasing as well. And you saw how massive these are. Like how much Judy had in here is just tremendous, that you could really weigh these bags down.
Yes. And so I just wanted to show everybody I actually really did put everything back in there. And look how quick and easy it is to just zip right back up.
Yep, that's a
And
great.
you
Here,
got
you just
it
got to
all.
pull it down here like this.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yep, it was
All
bunching up.
set?
Yeah, look at that.
And look at that. And
It's very strong.
It is. And it's 12 inches too. So you've got that extra little bit of space. Actually, let me run over here and I'll kind of.
She's going to model for us.
You can kind of see.
Judy's going to model.
There you go. So you can kind of see like about the length. So it hits your hip. So it's nice and easy to hold. It's not too long. So if you're like me, and you're a little bit shorter, it'll go right to your hip. Obviously, if you're a little bit taller, it'll go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? Really well made. The qualities for $19.99. You're getting free shipping on them as well. Let's go through those again just so everybody can see, because you saw what the shirts look like. But when you see it on the bags here with that little heart, that kind of just makes the whole thing. So right there, that's the softball one. She's actually got that. Yep, right there. Beautiful.
Perfect.
There's your softball. There's your soccer ball.
Soccer, which I think is the cutest. Football, my jam, because, you know, football's my favorite, besides golf, of course. And then the basketball.
Very cool.
And then what matches my shirt, the baseball.
This is interesting to me. Charlene is only 5'2", and she says she has a short torso and long legs, so she's kind of the opposite of you. She's the exact opposite of you. And also, she's watching a baseball game while she's watching us here on Shop Social.
Oh, girl. Well, I'm assuming I know because I heard what you're hiding in your hopples. Your little
certain team from
certain
Boston that
tape-
wears socks, and they're not the white kind.
No. And I actually went, Charlene, my husband and I did go to that stadium up there in Boston.
I've been there.
Probably the absolute best baseball experience I've ever had. And that's coming from somebody that's not a baseball fan. But we were there supporting the other team. So
Oh, wow.
I have to say, all of your fans are lovely. So thank you for that.
All right, well, so those are the bags. Let's move on to the matching hats, because not only can you get bags that match the shirts that you're buying, but we can also give you these hats as well. And I like these because these are kind of cool. This is an old style camouflage hat, fully adjustable, as you can hear back there, but they 100% go with everything in this line.
They absolutely do. So again, it's going to come with that same decal that are on the bags. So it's that little heart decal, and it comes in the 5 different, I keep wanting to say varieties, but the 5 different sports.
Here, just set them down like this,
Thank
because
you so much.
Kelly's got a great shot right there, which you can actually see all of them. So you got your
Amazing.
baseball, you got your basketball, you got your softball, we got the soccer, and we got the football, all of them represented out here. All of them coordinate with the shirts. All of them coordinate with the bags. I mean, you can have a whole ensemble here for just a pittance. These also $19.99. Free shipping on these as well. You can order them from our website. In fact, when you go to the website, you go to the whole Sports Seams collection. Look at everything that's there.
Absolutely. And it's what a great gift.
Yeah.
You know, if there's someone in your life that you know is either a soccer mom, like I said, or just somebody that's a fan of sports in general, and you want to get them something different and unique, something that you haven't seen anywhere else, this is such an awesome opportunity to get a great set for like nothing.
Yeah.
You know? And
unique too.
It really is. And these hats are the military style hats.
I love that.
They've got a little bit of wear on them, so you can kind of see they look broken in, but they're obviously brand new. And I'm not a hat person at all. I know, like I said, your wife can pull
Yo,
off
my
a
wife
hat
Kelly,
like
she can pull it
nobody's
off. Yep.
business. I unfortunately do not have the face for a hat,
Yeah,
but
you're
I
pulling
will.
it off with this.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable in this because it doesn't have that. It's nice and flat right here, so it doesn't have that high ridge.
That trucker thing, I hate that.
And
I
when you
hate that.
have a head that's not necessarily made, I have to buy women's hats, because my head's not huge. And they don't always look right. Sometimes they're like pulled and then my ears are sticking out. You can never wear sunglasses with them. You don't have that problem.
No, and that's a great point too, because some of those hats, if you're a woman and you're wearing them, you cannot wear sunglasses because they're going to have to go under the hat. By the way, I just noticed you're wearing baseball earrings as well.
These were actually our friend Kelly. She's the one that gave these to me.
Speaking of Kelly, she wants to know why she doesn't have this hat.
I know a girl, Kelly. I got you.
We hook you up.
So yes, and it does also come with, like you said, it does come with the Velcro.
Right on the back there. It's got that hook and loop, so you can adjust this to any size that you want. Look at that.
So
Actually, and I bet you that would fit a big head too.
Probably.
Let's find out.
I haven't tried, but
Here,
let's see.
Wait, I'm gonna find out. Let me see. I know. Like me with the heart. Me with the heart might be a bit much.
I mean, I think you look dashing.
What do you think?
Actually, it totally fits.
Right?
And it actually looks really cute.
It actually, and I have a big head. I have a 7 5/8 inch head. So if you're thinking about buying this hat and you're like, man, I've got a big head, this is totally going to fit you. Look at that right there. Isn't that cool?
It's really, really cute. And I love, too, that the brim, I tend to find that if you buy baseball hats and they're not specifically made for women, and I know a lot of women buy men's baseball hats or the ones that are designated as men's baseball hats, the brims wind up being so wide and so far out here, it's almost like it just doesn't quite balance out. I love the fact that these brims are nice and short, so you're still able to kind of see the eyes. You're able to have like that conversation and not be like all hidden.
It doesn't look like some of those, like, have you ever seen the fisherman's hats that have like the brim that comes out to like here? They're like just crazy big. And I don't think those look good on anybody, to be honest with you. But this looks great on you, and because it is that shorter brim and it's a little bit wider, and it's just really well made, really thought out. And again, even this is sewn on here. When you get this home, you're going to see that patch is on there. It's not a decal. It's nothing that's going to come popping off of that. That's going to last for a really long time. Even the hat's a really good quality. When you feel the quality of the hat, it feels substantial. It doesn't feel like it's some flimsy thing you bought at a stadium, let's say, where they sell kind of the cheapies. $19.99 on this one, and this also has free shipping on as well. And remember, we've looked at everything in the sports seam line so far, and all of this is still available right now. So you can go to our website and you can still get the sports seam shirts. You can get the matching hats that we're showing you right now. You can get the bags that we showed you a few minutes ago. It's all here. It's all available. It's all with free shipping. So get in there and take advantage of this. These are all 100% cotton, by the way, as well. So if you're one of the people out there that has a problem wearing synthetic fibers, you don't need to worry about it with these at all.
Nope, absolutely not. Also, football season is starting.
Yes.
There is a game
already
this Thursday, I believe.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. Time is flying. But the fact that I happen to know this because a certain husband's team is playing, so I'm well aware. But if you have someone that is an avid football fan and you want to get them something really cute for the beginning of the season, if they think that maybe their team is going to go all the way, this is an awesome gift to get somebody. Or if you think your team's going to go all the way, which I personally think mine is, but
I would like to think that as well. I would like to think that as well. Now, by the way, Kelly says that I have a big head. She said Lou and his big head, which is true. I don't know. I'm not sure in which way she means that, physically or otherwise.
Kelly?
But I'm not sure. Not my wife Kelly, the other Kelly, Chef Kelly.
Wondering.
Yeah,
Chef Kelly.
or Cleaning Kelly. I forget which one she is now. And then, and Charlene said the hat looked good on me.
See, I told you it looked
Yes.
cute. I said you looked dashing.
Thank you very
You're
much.
very
I appreciate
welcome.
that. And that's the thing about these two. And I've said this a couple times tonight, but I really do mean this. This is the kind of product where you're not going to bump into yourself everywhere. Because, like, we talked about this earlier. You go to a game, you go to a stadium. I don't even care if you're out of town. If your team's playing someplace and you walk through there, how many people are you going to see with the same hat, the same shirt, the same everything?
A ton.
You know what I mean?
A ton. And especially the women's shirts.
Yes.
So if
because they don't make as many.
They don't. And if you go to a stadium or if you wind up even going to a store locally, typically there's going to be, 90% of the items are designated as men's items, and they are going to run a lot bigger. They are going to be boxier. And you really want to have that lovely fitted look to really kind of fit in and stand out and, do all of that fun stuff. So this is something that is going to tick all those boxes. And again, it's great for the people that are super, super involved in sports and just don't want to buy a ton of shirts. Or it's for somebody like my mom who's like, but I really want to be part of the big game party, right?
Yeah.
You know, and fit in and have something to wear. So that would be so cute. Like if you and Kelly wore this, like,
right?
Look at you.
Look at that right there. Well, and you know what's funny though? I was just thinking to myself, how many times in the past that I went to a party or something with my wife Kelly, and it was like a Mardi Gras party. It was like whatever, and you want to get something that says, yeah, I'm participating, I'm in with this. But if it's for sports, then you're like, well, what team? What am I? You know what I mean? And then you got to go to the stores, and I'm telling you something. When you go to the specialty stores and you try to buy something, they rake you over the coals.
Yes, they do.
They rake you over the coals to get something for your team. This is a great way to represent the sport, you know, and not have to be over the top with it. You know, this is subtle. I love the design of these. I think they're clever. They're really, really clever. And everything's well made. So when you get those hats, you're going to be like, wow, it's comfortable and it looks good. When you get the shirts, you're going to be, wow, these are comfortable and they look good.
Yeah.
When you get these bags, you're going to be like, my gosh, they're so well made and they hold so much. That's what we're talking about. $19.99, you know, for each one of the pieces here. Free shipping on everything. You are absolutely going to love these, I think.
Absolutely. And also for the, you know, I was just thinking about like the bad hair days. And, you know, I have them quite a bit. And again, I'm not a hat person. And so therefore I just, you know, my hair goes up in a big knot. But I would actually wear this on a bad hair day because I mean, a ponytail, you can't make that look bad. And then it covers all the crazy. So,
right.
And it stays down. Like I said, that's kind of my big thing is I just hate when I put on a hat and it's got this like point right here, and it's just makes me look like my head is this long.
Yeah.
So, which when you're 5'2" ish, that looks kind of funky.
Yeah, dudes can get away with that.
They can.
We can totally get away with that. Not Jim, but anyway. So.
I mean, he tries. Very questionable.
Little inside joke there, folks.
Yes,
Sorry. Okay,
yes.
So if you're just joining us, this is Shop Social TV. We are different in that we don't have a phone number. You order from our website, shopsstv.com, or you use that QR code. It'll take you to the exact item page. Everything is free shipping here at Shop Social TV tonight. $19.99 for the hat, $19.99 for the shirt, $19.99 for the bag. You can't do any better than that. Free shipping on everything here. And we are running out of time on this, Judy, but I wanted to ask you, I kind of hinted at it before, would you like to do a taste test? Okay. Barely got that out. By the way, quick reminder, you can see the wine right there. Okay, so we're going to go over and do a taste test with the Bochi, but while we're walking over there, I want everybody to take a look one more time at the Nellies that we were selling earlier, that laundry soap, incredibly popular this evening. That stuff is amazing. It's non-toxic. It has no chemicals in it whatsoever. And my gosh, you can do 200 loads of laundry with that. So I think that's absolutely incredible. And that's still available on our website as well. But now we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love these. I was a skeptic the first time I saw this product.
Same.
I looked at this and I said, what kind of voodoo is this? I did not believe that these would work. So what these are coasters that will actually make your drinks taste better. I know. You set your drink on here. Let's say it's a glass of wine. Let's say it's a glass of bourbon, a glass of orange juice, whatever it is. You set it on here, and you just wait 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And the drink is going to taste smoother. It's going to taste less bitter. Everything about it is going to taste better. That's what the coasters look like right there. You can see there's actually a QR code on the coaster as well that's going to give you a full explanation on how these work. Now, I'm going to do my best to kind of feebly hobble through this in terms of explaining this, but this was invented by a doctor, and it's based on the principles of quantum physics. The theory behind this is that this particular color that this is, when you set a drink on top of it, that color causes a frequency, a vibration to go through the beverage, and it actually alters the molecular structure in it in that it's less bitter, it's smoother, it's just going to taste better. So depending on what you're drinking, whatever that beverage might be, in the case of the bourbon, there's less bite. In the case of the wine, it tastes like it's been aged longer. The water tastes like it's triple filtered. And we're going to go through all these, Judy and I, right now and test these just so you can see. Now, here's the offer tonight, though, okay? You can have a choice between a 2-pack or a 4-pack of these, okay? The 2-pack is going to be $24.99. The 4-pack is going to be $39.99. They are dishwasher safe, and they do come with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Buy them tonight from us right now. Get these shipped out to you. Have them in a couple of days, okay? Once you get them, test them immediately. And do it the way that I'm about to show you. Because I know that even with our 30-day money-back guarantee, we have not gotten any of these back yet because these things work, okay? Let's start down here with the bourbon, okay? So we went out and we bought the cheapest bottle of bourbon that we could find. And I think I paid, what did we pay for this, Kelly? Under $15.
I was going to say, I think I remember you saying 15. Okay, so
Under 15. So here's the correct way to do a taste test with the Boche, okay? You start with the one that's been sitting on the Boche, taste that, and then taste the one that's not been treated with the Boche, okay? And that's going to give you the biggest difference right off the bat. So Judy and I are going to test the bourbon.
Okay.
And remember, you don't drink bourbon.
I do not
So-
drink bourbon.
Last time you were kind of like, ugh. All right, this is the one that's sitting on the Boche. That's actually nice. I mean, I drink bourbon, and that's actually nice right now. And for something that's less than $15, that's kind of amazing.
Yes.
Now, we're going to drink the one that has not been on the Boche.
It tasted a little vanilla.
Yeah, you will taste. Yeah, and that's the thing. Taste and smell vanilla from a good
Yeah.
bourbon. This is not a good bourbon, and yet that was there.
Thanks
Now-
so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. Now smell this one because the difference in the smell, even the smell. Yeah. All right.
Great.
Cheers.
Super pumped.
Here we go. Now, see, that's, oh my God, that's just horrible. That is some of the worst stuff. Oh my God. And folks, right there, that is a true reaction that you're seeing there. And notice the difference. She doesn't drink bourbon. She was okay with the one off the Boche, but this one is like turpentine. It's unbelievable. $14 bourbon right there. But I will say, as somebody who does drink bourbon, it actually tastes much better coming off the Boche. Like, it doesn't taste like a $14 bourbon. It tastes like it's much more expensive.
Yes.
Let's do the red wine because I know this is your jam right here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now,
This is the gas station wine.
this is the
again?
gas station wine. I believe this is the one. Oh, this is the $4 Chuck.
Ooh. Oh.
$4 wine.
Nice. See it now.
Yep, see it right there in the back.
All right.
Okay, the $4 Chuck. Let's taste this. That is not bad.
Yeah, no, that's
That is
actually
not
pretty-
bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I
Wow.
know I have to put it back on the coaster.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now that the difference for me is like when I drink a red wine, especially like we'll normally eat cabs, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
especially if we're out eating, a really nice meal. And I look for full body, but I look for smooth. This is like really smooth.
It really
You know,
is.
like there's no bite to that whatsoever. Okay. And notice that we're using all different types of glasses. Like these are short little highball glasses. These are regular wine glasses sitting on the stems. Now, here's what the $4 Chuck tastes like right out of the bottle.
Cheers.
Yeah. And the smell on the nose right off the bat, it's like, no. Mm-mm.
Tastes like old jelly.
It's weird. It's weird because you know what? It actually lost some of the body. It tasted
Oh,
thinner.
100%.
Didn't it taste thinner?
It was almost like, so that one was like almost like a silky mouthfeel, if that makes sense.
It does.
This one tastes like I'm licking chalk.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing about this. It changes with every beverage you try. Like you're going to try something, and it's just the overall complexity of it is completely different. Now, the water is the one that blew my mind the very first time we did this, because I didn't expect there to be a big difference. I'm like, water's water, right? First of all, if you've ever been to Florida and you ever drank tap water, you know what I'm about to tell you here. It smells and tastes horrible, okay? These have been sitting on here for, about 5-10 minutes, okay? Because we had to set them up before the show a little bit. Now, first of all, when you smell it, there's none of that smell of the chlorine. There's none of that smell of like any weird sulfur or anything, which Florida water is famous for.
It tastes fine.
This actually
It tastes like bottled water.
It tastes like it actually triple filtered is one of whatever the customer said. Now, Charlene just made a comment. What'd she say, Kelly? Ooh. Okay, so Charlene tried it with herbal tea.
Ooh.
And it had no aftertaste. And that's the thing with tea with some people is they get that. Speaking of aftertaste, try this water. This is just the straight tap water from our studios here. I think you might have got it from the spigot outside. I'm kidding.
Cool.
Kidding. It's weird because this reminds me of the water I used to drink when I was a kid out of the hose.
The hose water.
It tastes like that. And that actually did come from the sink here.
Metal.
Yeah.
That metal, sulfur, like.
Weird, right? Now, here's the other thing, too, folks, is that you can actually take one of these coasters and take like a whole carafe of water and sit it on there, or a bottle of wine and sit it on here. The difference is you want to let it sit for 10 minutes when it's something of this much volume, okay? Regular glasses, 3 to 5 minutes. Something big like this, a bottle of wine or a carafe, you want to let it sit on there for 10 minutes. Now, here's the thing, here's the other one that blew my mind, because we just tried this on a whim. We were like, let's just try the orange, because we didn't try it on fruit juice. We're like, let's try it on the orange juice, just see what happens. This one will freak you out. If you like to drink orange juice, you got to try this. So grab yours.
Okay.
First of all, give it a smell and just see. Does it, right? Fresh oranges,
smells
right?
like the plant down in. So good. It's so good.
Okay. Fresh squeezed?
Fresh squeezed.
Right.
I think I told you the last time I tried this, it reminds me of when you go to those really expensive hotels and those brunches that are like all inclusive, but they were like $150 and they squeeze it right there.
Yeah.
That's what
that's
that reminds
really
me
good.
of.
Now
And I kid you not.
Now try the OJ that has not been on the Boche. Right off the bat, it's a different smell. It's a more pungent smell.
It's way more sour. This has definitely got the sweetness. What kind of voodoo magic?
That's interesting. Yeah, because it is more bitter. It is more sour. Now, I am going to tell you something. I'm going to have you try the wine again because our friend Charlene is going to be trying hers with wine tonight.
Oh, okay. Charlene. I see you.
Yeah.
Up in Massachusetts.
Yeah. All right, let's give that a sip. See, it just tastes like a really good wine. And so I want everybody at home to think about this too. It's not just about making you can put it on that one if you want to. It's not just about making the drinks taste better that you're getting. It's the fact that this was $4, this bottle, but it tastes like a much more expensive bottle of wine, okay? This bourbon was $14. It tastes like a much more expensive, more aged bourbon, something that people actually cared about when they made it. The water here tastes like triple filtered water. Yeah. And a lot of people out there, because their water is so bad, they don't want to go buy bottle because it gets really expensive. So they buy those pitchers, or they buy filters that they hook up to their sinks and they run the water through those things. And that just takes time and it's effort and it's all that. Or you can just set it on the Boche for 3 minutes. Yes. And then it has that same triple filtered flavor. The orange juice, guys, if you drink OJ in the morning, you got to get this because when you pour it out, just let it sit on there. And by the way, these discs, these coasters that you're getting here, they are made of a very thick acrylic, okay? So they're going to last for a really long time. It does have that QR code on there that you can just go to the website. It'll tell you the full explanation on why these work and how these work. I mentioned that it's the color, it's the frequency that it generates when you set it on a coaster, but that's absolutely true about these. But you're going to be absolutely stunned. And 4 of these does not take up a lot of space. These are wafer thin, okay? So you can put these in your pocket. You can take them with you wherever. It's funny, Kelly and I were out, my wife Kelly and I were out the other night. We were someplace and we got a bottle of wine and it was not great. And Kelly was like, we should have brought the Boche coasters with us.
Yes.
And you can.
Yes, you can.
To the restaurant.
Yes, you can. And that's actually brilliant. One of the things that Perry, who is the brand ambassador, one of the president of the company, her husband is the one that created the product.
Right.
She brings them everywhere with her.
Yeah.
Because A, she can blow people's minds at the bar.
And it will.
B, if she does get that glass of wine or that bourbon that's not great, guess what? She can also buy the cheapest one on the menu.
Yeah.
I did need to ask, and you probably know this.
What?
So I have this issue where, like, if I open a bottle of wine, then I have to finish it, right? Because, you don't want it to go bad. So I'm wondering if, say you've got, like, a half a bottle of wine left, a couple glasses, could I put that bottle on here and that couple of days it would kind of, like, not be skunky?
Yeah. You could. It will get rid of that weird flavor that you get from it, which is really interesting to me. I don't know. Again, I don't know how it works. I don't know how my microwave works either. Okay, to be honest with you. But for this price, for $24.99 for the 2-pack or $39.99 for the 4-pack, and again, you get that better deal by getting that 4-pack right there. These will last. I asked them, how long do these last? They said until you lose them or until they get stolen. That was the answer I got. By the way, our friend Kelly's back in the chat again.
Hello, Kelly.
I think it's because we were talking about wine.
Probably. She and I have a wine date tomorrow night, so.
Yeah, so she just said that you could buy a cheap bottle of wine for a girls' night out and nobody would know the difference.
That's right.
And that's the truth, too.
We've never done that.
It's one of those things where I don't want to, like, come out and say that to everybody, but at the end of the day, if you're having people over and you don't want to go out and spend $50, $60, $100 on a bottle of wine, people do. People do, okay? This is a great way to be able to get something a little less expensive, but still have that experience that you bought something even more expensive. By the way, your husband Jim is in the chat as well again, because again, we're talking about alcohol. And Jim mentioned that these would make amazing stocking stuffers.
They are great stocking stuffers.
Look at the size of that. Santa approved. The whole
Yes.
thing. I mean, that'll fit in a stocking, absolutely no problem. And these are very durable, and I know this because we have dropped these numerous times out here, and they still work, you know. But again, I know it sounds like, you know, the word I think Matt Davis used when he did this with me was malarkey. It sounds like it, but then once you try it, and you see how these work, it's amazing. Yeah. So folks, we're down to our last 2 minutes of the evening tonight here at Shop Social TV for this Tuesday night edition. If you want to get anything that you've seen here tonight, just go to our website, go to the URL you see on the screen right there, shopsstv.com. Go to this QR code that's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen to see the Boche coasters there. There's an even better explanation about how these work, and you can choose the 2-pack or the 4-pack. I personally, for the the savings on the 4-pack, I would get that 4-pack.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking too, as I'm sitting here, and like I love this color. Like I think this color is just so pretty, and it's funny that this is the color of, like the quantum physics. And again, this is all magic. That's way above my pay grade. But can you imagine having like a dinner party, and then you've spent a ton of money on the food and whatnot, and you're like, oh, now I have to give alcohol to these people. Go get your inexpensive wine and use these on your tablescape
100%.
And kind of like incorporate that. Can you imagine? It's so cute, and you've just got your own little secret.
Well, yeah, and the beautiful thing is everybody's going to be like, ooh, boy, they bought some really fancy stuff tonight. And you didn't. You got that $4 chuck. You got the $14 bottle of wine. So, well, Judy, we're out of time. Thank you for bringing the sports teams to us. Thank you for bringing us, tasting with the Boche here. We've got just a little, like a minute or so left, I believe, in the show tonight. So again, folks, if you want to take advantage of anything, buy anything you've seen here this evening, everything has free shipping tonight. So take advantage of the deals such as here this evening. It's all available at our website, Shop Social TV or SSTV.com. You can go there, take advantage of all this stuff. I don't know about you, but we're going to finish off this wine, I think. We should probably put these on the coasters as well, because these are kind of,
Throw one on there.
these are kind of nasty right now. So, and in 3 to 5 minutes, these are going to be great. Folks, thank you for watching us. We'll be back again on Thursday night right here on this channel, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other places you're watching us. Have a great night.
Bye.